thing it does, and I might be missing something since I'm reading this quickly, is you can change the damage type. Like if you run up against something that is resistant to your damage type, bludgeoning or slashing, you can change it to fire. It looks like, and increase the damage by 1. So we can probably handle that
manually. Okay.
Yeah. And then I tried to code rage on yours, so that should be on your actions tab.
All right. Thank you,
All
sir.
right. Kren, let me open your note.
Okay, so I get to apparently I get an extra ancestry, or I mean not an ancestry, a heritage.
Yeah, so now the new rule now is, as of literally Monday afternoon or Tuesday, whenever they released it, is with your ancestry, you also get to pick a heritage. So for a human, that can be, half orc, half elf. Or if you open that rule book I linked to and look at the bottom of page 4.
Yeah, there was another one called, what was it called? Because I don't want to do the half orc or half elf.
Yeah.
It was called skilled heritage,
Yep.
which gives you, you get trained in one skill of your choice. So I guess that's in addition to the ones I'm already trained in.
Correct.
Okay, so I'll do that, and then the ancestry feat, I marked all those +1s for the.
I saw that.
Ones I'm
Perfect.
not in the, okay, and then class feat at first level you do not yet have access to the feats. So the reach spell thing that I have, I'm not using.
Okay.
Until
perfect.
next level, right? Okay. I coded. Oh yeah, the fire beetle, and then. Okay, so spells. So you said to add drain arcane focus to my actions tab, which I tried to do, and
the only reason I said that is I think it's kind of like if you want to make it more as a note, because you can use it once a day. So I just didn't know if you wanted to include it as like a power that you can use once.
Okay, and I tried to do that and wouldn't let me drag it on there, so I think I just have to make it.
Cheer bits.
Which is fine.
You probably do.
So
it's or you can just remember it. I just
Stover,
I just want to make sure you knew that you had that
Stover 87. Thanks
available
for the cheer
to
bits.
you.
Yeah, okay, so I'll just do that. So I think I'll pick it. I'll change one of my +1s to a T, and then I should be good to go.
Excellent.
All right.
And is it Sidel or how do you pronounce
Sidel?
Sidel. Perfect. All right. Just opening up yours again. So we got that.
So I feel pretty.
Yeah, I think the main thing I tried to do.
But the ancestry bit, but the hunt, I'm not entirely clear what you're trying to tell me with the hunt target bit.
Okay, yeah, that was a lot of information. What I was trying to do is, let me just pull up your actions tab.
Just raise all your stats to 18 and add 5.
Oh, well, then we're good.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. All right. So hunt target, when you can designate, it's kind of like Hunter's Mark a bit. You can designate one creature as your focus. So I did a few things. One, I created a concentration where you
Murphy,
designate as in parentheses C.
Thank you, sir.
I created an effect with a parentheses T. So like if you target something, you can drag that on the target. So that's pretty easy one. But what I also did is I read the rest of this to say if you're using a ranged weapon, you ignore the penalty for making ranged attacks against the target you're hunting with for your second increment. I read that to mean on your second attack, normally your first attack in a round, you get your full modifier, your full bonus. Your second attack is usually at -5, and your third attack or more is at -10. I read this to mean you can ignore the second penalty. So I basically did a code for you that's a roll only that will add 5 to your attack. So like if you're making your second shot in a round, you can drag that on yourself and it'll offset the minus.
Okay, and that's in the features, or is that a basic? Yeah. Where did you put that?
I put it in range on your actions tab. It should say Ranger feature hunt target.
Hunt target, and that's the one that'll do the addition.
Yep. And I mean, I probably overthought that because frankly, another way to do that is instead of when you look at your longbow, you have 3 little buttons you can double click on, you know, the dice +5, 0, and -5.
Yep.
If you look at the weapon, I guess you could easily enough just click the first one for your first and second attack rather than do the stupid coding I did. Now that I look at it, you could probably just ignore it and just hit the first button twice.
Okay.
So that's easy enough. And then let's see, what else did I do? And then for your third attack, let's see, you get a -8 instead of a -10. So in that case, I did code an attack of 2 to offset your -10. So you could click the third button on your longbow and make sure you drag or actually put that hunt target on yourself, and it'll give you a 2 bonus. So that way it'll be a -8 instead of -10.
Okay,
That's what I was trying to do.
we'll have to see how it plays.
That's fine.
Because I think I get it, but I don't know.
No problem at all. All right. And I think other than that, I think that was good. So it sounds like that was quick and easy. Everybody's good with their characters. The rules updates were mainly just to the ancestry, so we covered that. That's most of what you saw. I'm going to go through a couple things real quick that I don't think we touched on last game. One is hero points. If you look on your notes tab, everyone has 1 hero point. And basically, it's kind of like inspiration for 5e, but essentially, you can use that to come back from the brink of death. So I'm not going to go through all the death and dying rules now until that comes up in the game. But when you are dying and making essential fortitude saving throws to try to stave off death, if you get to where you're just about to dive, you can actually use a hero point and get back to 1 hit point and get rid of the dying condition. So that's something. And then you can also get some additional hero points during the game, just like inspiration if you do something super cool. Let's see, any other updates? One other thing I wanted to link to you guys to is the rest and daily preparations. So I'm going to share this with you, but just as you guys start thinking about what you can do when you rest, unlike 5e where you get a ton of stuff back, I just wanted to make sure everyone knew that when you rest and do an 8-hour rest, you get a number of hit points back equal to your con modifier times your level, minimum of 1. So I don't want anyone thinking that, hey, you're going to do a long rest and get all your hit points back. So it's much more difficult in Pathfinder. So Pathfinder 2, I should say.
Trumpet
So
horn for that? For that
Say again?
mechanic?
What's
Can
that?
we get a trumpet horn for that mechanic? That's a great mechanic.
Yes, we can.
Wah, wah.
No, that means it's
I know,
bad.
the
I
other
love
one.
that.
I thought you
I'm
were going to
kidding.
do
The other one.
I was kidding. I knew he liked it. So
I love it. Yes.
Yeah.
there you go. No, I think it's pretty
Bonerlicious.
That goes along with the lack of reckless for barbarians. I like that one too.
The other thing you guys can look at, and again, if you look in the skills shield, you can look at this later, but I added a couple of skills for treat wounds and for administer first aid. So if those come up, we can get into those, but those are features that have been adjusted a bit or are brand new that you can use to also bring people back and get them healed. But you can look at those later if you want. And finally, in the library, you should see another module that's new called Conditions with Effects that you can actually load. And that somebody actually created in the community. I wish I remembered who, and I'd shout out to him. But it's all the conditions in Pathfinder 2. And it's just notation. It just describes it. But if you see like I'm enfeebled, you can at least pull that up and understand what that means. So you might want to open that just so you have that.
Holy Christ, somebody beat me to it.
There's a lot. It's just notes only, but it's still pretty cool. All right. So with that, does anyone want to give a summary of last session?
So before that,
Yeah, go ahead.
So if someone puts on frightened 1 and it says init -1, attack -1, it doesn't actually do those things. It's just a note.
Now, I'm sorry. Are you looking at the effects now? Or are you looking
Yeah.
at the actual Running Man effect?
Yeah.
I think I created those, so those are going to work, but those aren't like standard in the rule set. I think I created all those.
Oh, and what were you
so
talking
yes,
about? That's
those
what I
will
thought you were talking about.
So if you open your library itself, and I know this is the first time that you've been, no, I'm just kidding. No, if you open your library and go to modules, I'm just teasing. And you go to modules,
Oh, okay.
there should
Blind,
be a
accelerate,
module.
asleep, blinded, broken. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. So that at least tells you, because I didn't code everything. I tried to code what I thought we might use.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
That has
all right.
no
Does
cover.
anybody?
Conditions and effects that has no cover. The guy, whoever did that. Very upset.
Oh, let's throw it out then.
Let's not use it.
Nice. All right. Anyone? Any volunteers? All right. I'll jump in. So last time, obviously, we did a little character creation, and then you guys were approached by I believe it's his cousin or maybe his second cousin to Mr. Kren, Kaleri Deverin, who had the Star of Desnan taken out of her family's estate. And we found out that there is a pack of goblins called the Mudshore Goblins that appear to be controlled now by some type of strange hobgoblin vampire that is in the sewers underneath the city. You guys came into the sewers and battled an ooze for your first battle, and that went pretty well. You guys took care of that pretty quickly. Then you ran into a few more goblins that proved a little more challenging. I think everybody got a little bit roughed up, and that is actually where we left everybody last time. And as you guys are kind of, you're thinking, gosh, that was challenging battle. The battle just finished. And as you do that, kind of coming from the south, you see an elven woman with a bow on her back that's kind of walking towards you.
I attack. Roll initiative.
Okay, everybody.
Dude, she looks like a goblin. Got her.
Oh no, why some things are just particularly funny to me. That one got me.
So, Sidel, would you like to? Oh, there we go.
She's gonna Sidel up.
Nice.
He steps into the light.
You boys haven't seen a halfling round here, have you? My friend has gone missing.
No?
No.
Is this thing? This isn't a halfling. That's a kobold.
Is that the
thing's
one
not still alive, is it?
for dinner, guys?
Do you need to find him?
Yeah, I do. Do you mind if I tag along for a bit? Safety in numbers and all.
Yeah, you come and join us. We'll keep a lookout for your friend. Hey guys in the chat, remember if you
I'm gonna have a quick contract for you to sign. This is to thereby nullify my responsibility in case I'm out of spell slots and you go down and die.
I'm trying to talk when they're not talking, but I guess I might end up having to talk over these guys.
Thing. Yeah.
But if you do a redeem in the chat, and
all right,
just keep in mind that your gold
He's
piece
our
value
friend,
will
so,
change, and if it's lower than what you
right.
redeemed,
he's more of an acquaintance, but he's
when I go to redeem it, it just doesn't happen.
Sure.
So you should probably make a practice of redeeming gold only at the
Did
end
I
of
ever
the
tell you
show,
that story about the
rather than doing it during, because your values are going to change.
festival from last year? You guys never asked me about that. Donkeys, tent, small fee.
Meant not to ask you about that.
No, I have video.
Nice.
So Gordian, I have to ask, is that a healthy-looking kobold over there in the corner?
It was, but I was about to tell Kren that it's been over a minute, so his summoned monster is going to go away. But that's what that was.
Ah, so it's a friendly. I see.
Yes.
The kobold wasn't. I didn't summon a kobold. Maybe I misunderstood.
You did, because remember I told you that the only level 0 monster in the bestiary was a couple, so we picked the kobold.
Oh,
you
that's
controlled
right.
That last.
Yeah. Okay. And so it's gone now.
I'll take it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boo.
Folks, this is
Jesus
why Rob
Christ,
does
Rob.
not give recaps.
Jesus.
No, I can't. If we played earlier today, I wouldn't know what the fuck.
All right. So, and Zell, I think you remember last time, or I should say, Sidel, the reason a lot of this is open is the party received a map from one of the goblins that escaped from here. So that's why most of this is open. Is she gave you a, pretty detailed drawing of the types of rooms that you'd expect to see.
Sweet.
Is this area down here revealed, or is the shade on this map a white or a yellow? Like, is that shaded there?
It is shaded, and it's like a whitish or a yellow. That's
yeah,
how
okay.
it's been
I just thought it
masked
was the way the map was drawn. I thought that was just open space or something. So we don't
well,
know what's there.
there's nothing behind that, but shaded.
Until you go down.
Well,
the
at least
area.
this map isn't hand drawn.
Right. Oh,
Right.
That's true.
Hashtag Waterdeep.
She
All
took
right.
some really good care in making it.
So we just
All right.
we just got rid of these ne'er-do-wells here in this room, and I'm assuming we're going to
You did.
proceed to the direction
You
of
see some, wherever you guys want to go, you tell me.
the wizard will bravely wait till 3 or 4 people go in front of him.
Having been attacked at least once, I'm gonna just raise my shield if that's a thing I can do, or is it not?
You
Wait till
can
combat for that.
as you're, since we're kind of in exploration mode now, that is something you can do, is have your shield raised. So yep.
Okay. I'm gonna push the orc forward.
Nice.
Oh wait.
All right, so Benz, and as you guys start to make your way into this room, you hear the sound of dripping water that echoes through this chamber. And on the north side of the room, you see about a 10-foot tall visage of a woman's face is carved into the wall. And you see trickles of water that's running down her cheeks
Yeah, hashtag
like
Waterdeep.
tears into a foul and polluted reservoir below. And this reservoir drains into a large pool of just thick, fetid black water on the south side of the room. You're kind of right into
is
that.
the face like a human face, or is it something other than human?
You can roll a religion check. Let me look to see which one that would be. But yes, you can roll a check to see if you recognize it's not a human. Okay, so you stand by 1 second.
What's that big 30 circle that we left back there? Was that some trap or something?
I don't know if that was light or not. I know the one that's around you right now is light, but I don't know who's made that one. It looks like that's Ragnar's, so I'm not sure what Ragnar, if you had it might have been a lantern.
Oh yeah, that's right. He had a lantern.
Did he leave his lantern back there?
Yeah, he might have just left it on the ground.
But you
Okay,
said
so
the water looks foul. Does it smell bad as well?
it does give off kind of a faint sulfurous odor. And Benz, you
We need
look at
smell-o-vision.
the statue and the visage itself, and it looks like to you the goddess Pharasma.
All right. I apparently can't re-download the thing, so I have no idea what that means. But okay.
Re-download what? I'm sorry.
Well, I forgot to save the Paizo handle
that's-
thing, and it won't let me re-download it.
Oh, no problem. So, I mean, in general, you do know that Pharasma is the goddess of birth, death, and fate, and she typically, that's what she is over, and she's typically a positive, a good goddess.
All right, sounds good.
Am I lost again, guys?
Yeah, you dropped from the table. I hope it's not your internet, darn it.
Now that seems strong.
Okay.
Anything else untoward about this other than it stinking? Or it smells a little bit bad and definitely looks bad. Not something you want to jump in, at least.
I would say, so Ben's, give me a perception check, please. Yeah, you don't notice anything else, nothing else untoward in the room.
I see 2 doors.
All right, before we go traipsing through any doors, I'm going to cast mage armor on myself, which is going to be awesome.
Nice.
And I see that I need to code that. So I will
Yeah,
do
you
that
might.
as we go.
All right, so Ben's, are you taking a look at the door in front of you?
Is it closed?
The door is closed. Both the door to the east and the south are closed.
I will open this one.
Okay. So that one swings into the hallway as you open it.
All right.
And you kind of hear as you open the door it clang, and it looks as if there is a number of rusted pieces of armor and things that are right outside the door that make a very loud clang and clash as you open it. But the door is open into a hallway that you see there.
Oh, damn it. I think I may have alerted someone, guys, but here we go. You want to check the other door?
I could do that, yeah. I'll head down there and open the other door so we have a nice breeze through here.
Get
Okay,
rid of some
and
of that stank.
nice. So as you go down to the bottom, and
That's right, Drake. It was a live effect.
That door is locked.
And there it is.
Do I assess? I assess the door and determine if boot kicking it is going to open it.
You don't think so? I mean, it seems pretty. It's made of pretty sturdy ancient wood, but with bands around it. You do think. I don't know if there's any. I don't remember if anyone in the party has thievery and lockpicks, but you definitely think it's possible to be picked. But I'm not sure if you guys have any rogues.
All right, I don't have any of those tools, so I'm going to follow my brave Benz into the hall.
Kryn was approaching Ragnar down by this door, and when Ragnar runs away, he looks and like, oh, we're not going that way? Okay.
Yeah, the door's locked, and it doesn't look like I can boot fuck it, so.
All right. I'll move cautiously down the hallway then.
Okay.
Nothing too bad. Does it look like maybe stairs downward here?
Yeah, so it looks like there's kind of there's a sunken chamber that it kind of opens up into. But yes, there's kind of stairs that are cut into the rock that are pretty slimy and gross. I mean, obviously this is a sewer, but definitely looks passable. And
are there any handwritten notes?
Yeah, mage armor's only a
Goblin
+1
map that we acquired
in Pathfinder 2.
there are
down
not.
Here.
See, I'll show you.
No, I mean, she's told you to expect quite a few goblins in this area, but that's the extent of what you know.
+1.
So do you guys want to keep checking up here? Or you want to head down this way over here? It looks like, I mean, she drew it on the map, so we know for sure there's something over there.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go that way. That sounds good.
I will head down there.
Okay. And it is eerily quiet down here. As you look, it's kind of more of a cavern than worked stone. And you see a tangle of damp flagstones underfoot provide kind of an uneven surface to where you're walking. Water and slime drips from all the walls, seeping in through the narrow cracks that are above. You also see a crude fire that's been put out. I mean, it's kind of smoldering a bit, that sits in the middle of the room, and it's surrounded by filthy mats of fur and fungus. And you also smell the stench of warm, wet bodies that's just kind of hanging faintly in the air. And it's kind of
Ew,
underneath the smell of just this nasty, overcooked meat that smells like it's
No,
maybe
I
a
had to.
faint
I'm
bit
not in that chair
rotted.
anymore.
Might
It's
somebody
a trap.
plug?
How many mats were there?
I had to move forward to the table. Now 'cause
You know, you saw about
I
you
can't sit in
think
that chair anymore.
you see about 5 mats around the fire.
Yeah, well, my assumption is that this would be where those goblins were kind of housing. So I'll walk in a little bit further and let the party join me if they care to. Checking things out.
And as you step there, you hear a and then this
Oh, no.
huge clump of rocks. Just as you look to your right, you see a goblin pull a rope, and this huge net of falling rocks falls on top of your head.
Oh, bastards.
What a bunch of bastards.
And this will do if it'll show me. Oh, isn't it coded? Yes, it's coded. Of course it's coded.
So my
So you
AC
take
is a
3
whopping
points
9
of damage
now.
as these rocks come tumbling on
Yeah,
top
my
of you.
AC
And
is
as that
9.
happens,
So I'll
everyone
shout.
can
Yeah,
roll
and,
initiative.
Oh,
let people know
initiative.
that that's happening. Perfect.
Let's do it. There's perception and stealth. I need to roll perception. Oh, snap. Splug. Holy shit.
Excellent. Who's first here? Splug is first. I'm going to turn that down.
So
All
I'm
right.
gonna take my my 20-foot movement. I heard one of my companions, actually the dwarf that I kind of feel sorry for, just because he's a dwarf. I'm gonna move in. I'm gonna move my 5, my 10, 15.
So just so
my
everyone
action.
knows, and Dave probably knows this, but you can move through your friendlies fine, but your second diagonal movement is 10 feet. So he's going 20 right there with 5, 10, 15, and 20. So your second diagonal movement, each time you move a second diagonal, it's going to each alternate, diagonal is an extra movement.
It's like the
go
variable
for it.
in
Yeah.
Yeah,
five.
exactly.
Yep.
Okay.
5, 10, 5, 10. 5, 10.
Yep.
So I'm going to take a second movement action because in
All right.
the playtest you can
do that.
take multiple actions. And then my
Yes, you
third,
can.
I will go ahead and swing my handy dandy scimitar from my deity, and I'll swing it.
All right.
So here we go. See if I can continue from last week. As I drag the whole character sheet over to the goblin.
Tighten up a little bit.
Tighten it up, Dave.
Holy shit, I missed.
Yes, you did.
13. Can I use a resonance point or some kind of goddamn point to re-roll that?
This is not 5e, Dave, so no, you cannot.
Inspiration? Anything?
It's a residence.
Something, anything.
This game's bullshit.
And just so you guys know, this down in the corner, since it might not be that obvious, it's about a 15-foot high ledge. So just if you're kind of trying to orient yourself into the room, it's about 15 feet high. And I would say that some of the rocks, in particular this one, it's possible if you were behind it or around it, could provide some cover, just
you
depending
tell
on
me.
where you are. I know.
I was
should've-
going to move there, but I figured it was a goddamn stalagmite.
Sorry, man.
Come on, dude.
Well, I kind of
Tell us the description of the room.
God damn it, my bad.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Oh my god,
Take it
my
away
stomach
with
hurts
anything.
and we won't even play for
Fucking
10
rookie
minutes.
dungeon masters around here. Come on.
Plug, you could miss again.
Oh shit.
No, we can't.
No, I already took.
Yeah.
I'll take an extra action, but I'm already done. I keep forgetting to hit the damn next actor button. I'm sorry.
I know. It's
Put
all
that
right.
one on me.
First time using
Put everything
fantasy
else on
grounds.
Gwydion.
It's
Everything
turn
else.
complete for you, not next actor. Tighten it up, Dave.
Oh,
Hey, so
yeah.
DM. Oh, I'm sorry. DM.
Yes.
I'm wondering. What is the situation with? Don't we have to talk like that? Isn't that how we? What is the
Yeah.
situation with range? Like, if I want to shoot from back here, do I have cover through my friendly people, or how? What is the deal with all that?
There is the concept of screened. And I'm trying to remember the exact. Screened basically gives you a -1, and I think for now I'm just going to rule that if you do it from back here, I'll just give you a -1. I might have to look that up later and see if I'm screwing that up. But
Okay,
but
now
usually
if I were to
Go ahead.
move, whoops, if
Yeah.
I were to move there, and I'm basically so that's the square I'm intending to go, either that one or the one behind Ragnar, just one adjacent to me. But my target is this guy.
okay.
So in
I
other
mean, you
words,
can see him. Are you asking me if
no,
what
no.
minus you get?
What I want to know is if I shoot from where my thing ends now, or here, is it a difference?
No, I'll still give for now. I'm just going to give you a -1 for screened.
Okay,
I'm not
then
going to say there's cover
I'll
based on
stay
the
right
size.
there then. Yeah. Okay, then I'll move for my first
Okay.
action. I'll move there, and for my next 2 actions, I am going to do Acid Splash, a semantic and a verbal, and I need to do what, screened? Is that what I should mark?
Or you can just do -1. It might be easier just to do a -1.
Oh, I like to use the thing. I want to.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
All right, so then now I'm going to do my attack. Oh, snap. That is a hit. So
Yes, it is.
I do damage to that guy. And then the splash effect
Cheer bits in the stream. Thanks for the cheer bits.
is going to be 1 damage to the other dude, which I thought I coded, but apparently I did not.
That's okay.
And it was not a crit, so I don't get the persistent damage. So I will code the 1 damage for the other dude and apply it to him momentarily after I pass my turn.
Okay.
Cheer bits.
And does the
Hey,
Goblin
Steve from
Commando doesn't take
Sirenscape,
the one
thanks
that
for
you
the
hit
cheer
doesn't take
bits.
the splash damage either? Did you look that?
No, the one I hit takes the full damage that I gave him,
Right.
and then the other guy next to him takes 1 acid damage. It's not like 5e. It's lame. it's additionally lame.
Wow.
But hey, man,
You're
I
getting
did what I did.
beat up here.
All right.
Say that too loud.
Ben's.
People will get butthurt, Rob.
Ben's is gonna raise his shield as his first action, and then take a swing with his warhammer on his second on this this goblin warrior in front of me here.
Okay.
Then he's gonna take as a third action a movement over there.
All right. And you clicked on your raised shield, correct? Did you click on your raised shield so it gives you the benefit?
Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Where the
All
fuck is it?
around, I would take 1, so better.
Found it.
Yeah,
Got it.
so
I was gonna be a
that
couple
is
of different
true.
places.
It
Okay,
does. It
perfect.
splashes every person
you.
around him, so
And
I
that's
could
it for me.
possibly hit 8 people.
All right. Goblin Warrior 5. So Goblin Warrior 5 sees
But it also
both
affects
Ben's and
friendlies,
Slug.
which is why I shot at the further guy.
And he's actually gonna attack Ben's. He doesn't like you, Ben's. He thinks you're stronger, and he's gonna give Splug a break since he didn't know about the cover. No, I'm just kidding. So he attacks, and he misses his first attack. And he was waiting, so he had it out. So he's gonna do his second attack, but this time, damn it, it's got to be at a minus. So this big dog slicer comes. Oh, and this one does hit. And does some heavy damage to you.
No. Well, I have my shield raised, right?
Oh, you're correct. You're right. So, but you so if you want to use a shield block, that's a reaction. So raising the shield should have increased your armor class, but it still hit. But you can use a shield block if you'd like. And I can retcon that.
Let's do that. I'm going to use a shield block.
Remind me the hardness of the shield. Is it 4 or 5?
No.
I know you have a heavy shield.
I looked it up last time. It's 9.
See,
He has a special shield. It's 97.
No, is it really? Because I thought I looked it up. I didn't see any that were 9. But if you know it's 9, I'll give that to you.
I'll
and
find
take it.
And,
Yeah, take a look, because I saw 2 for normal, and I thought it was 4 or 5 for. But for now, I'll take that off you.
Yeah, Dungeon Master. I have a Warple shield plus 72. I bought that with my 5,000 platinum.
All right, back off over there. I'm just kidding. All right. So, and then, so I took that off you for now, and then he's going to swing one more time at a really deep minus. And he misses that one, of course. All right, Sidel, you hear a bunch of commotion going on in here with your newfound friends?
So, I have 30 movement, but I need to get up past these guys so I can see anything. I think I can make it to there, even on the diagonal and all.
Okay.
I think you moved into my square, then you moved to my token.
Okay, well, I didn't want to
That's
do
why-
that.
That's why it says 15. But when you that happens on all the rule sets in Fantasy Grounds. If you try to double move through a token, you will always pick up the other guy's thing instead of your own thing.
Be fixed in Unity.
Well, I don't know. That's pretty.
I'll believe in Unity when I see it. In the meantime, as long as you think I can get to that far, that'll be my first action. And then it sounds like this hunt target is actually an action to apply it.
Yep, it is.
So I'm going to do
it's
that
kinda
as my
confusing,
second
Drake, but
action. I'm going to target Goblin Pyro with that.
Touch. I don't understand why they use that terminology,
Okay.
but it's just ranged and melee. Touch is just an
And
extra
then I will
word they're
shoot him
adding.
with my last action.
And I think they're signifying between a touch spell is an attack roll
Or not.
and a
That's
non-touch spell is a save.
whizzing over his
I
head as he looks
guess.
around.
I
What's
mean,
that? What's that?
That's the only
shooting at
thing
me?
I can think of why they do that. So Rob,
And if you
like,
want to put
his
the
thing
effect
picked up.
of just the
What
target on
hell?
him, so you remember. Oh, you did you? You might want to
No.
throw it on him just so you
Yep.
remember.
And,
All right.
and that's the one you've got under powers, right?
If you click the hourglass, I think I have 3 effects there, so you can, and you might have to unlock the actions tab. But you should see a little hourglass or a magnifying glass next to hunt target, and when you click on that, it'll. Yep, I think you got it.
I think I
Perfect.
got it.
Yep, you did. You did. All right. So let's see. Goblin Commando. No, Goblin. Where is Goblin Commando? He's over here. He's going to step up. And this time, he's looking at Splug. And that's his first move, is to move up there. He's going to... Oh, he swings with his horse chopper and he misses. He's going to swing again, though, at a minus. Comes crashing down, and this time it misses even worse than the first time. And he hangs his head in shame, passes to his buddy.
That's why you're a runt goblin, and that's why I'm where I'm at, is because you can't fight for shit.
And he moves up here and doesn't like that this ranger is shooting at his friends. So his first action is to move up to her. Second action is to hit her with his dog slicer. Does a little bit of damage, and he's going to swing one more time. And he misses that time. He's very disappointed. He wants the elf down. All right, Ragnar, you are up.
All right, Ragnar squeezes his fingers in the pine tar on the haft of his great axe to get a better grip, runs with a sudden charge and attacks Goblin Warrior 5, bypassing the little squirrely guy by the ranger. He's going to drop 2 great axes right on his head.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh, and it's a big time hit.
Not so good roll. Dying. There's a guy to my
Oh,
south.
man.
I'm going for him next. Oh, I forgot to target.
Holy shit! Look at the color of that piss and snot and shit that just came out of that goblin.
See, it's just smashed to pieces, cut to pieces.
Got another one.
Holy crap, man.
Anybody else want
He's
some
up
of
on
this?
the warrior. Yeah, they're screaming. They don't want it. They don't want it.
I pulled one of those moves on like Friday. Remember when Ice Cube and what's his name was sitting on the porch and the one guy got uppercut like 20 feet and they said, "Damn, that's what I just did."
Jesus!
Nice. Goblin Pyro is just going to stay where he is, and he's going to swing at Ben's. He's only got a club, though. So the first club misses. His second action, going to swing it again. Ooh, and that is a critical hit.
Boo.
And this time, that should apply it. Yes, it does. Oh, boo. Boo, 1 point of damage crit. What the hell is that? And he swings again, third time, at a big disadvantage, and misses. Warrior 12 is not happy his friends are taking all this. Actually, you know what? He's going to stay where he is. And he's going to pull out his short bow as an action. I'm going to say he didn't have that out, and he's going to shoot at Ben's.
I'm assuming that any multiple action
Hits.
thing that you do has to be done within the same turn. In other words, if you have
yes.
a reload 2, can you reload one of that at the end of your turn and then the second part at the beginning of your next turn, or is that you can't do that?
No, it's kind of the DM's discretion. If you have 3, can you do 1 early in the round and 1 at the end of the round? But you do have to do them on the same turn, as far as I've seen.
Okay, gotcha.
So, yep. All right, so that one hit.
Fucking crossbow has a
Good
2
God, dude,
reload.
horrible damage. So he's gonna
Bullshit.
shoot at him again. Ooh, this one does hit even with the minus. And this one a little more damage. A little more damage as the arrow sinks in deep into Ben's. And Splug, you are up.
This is nice because I'm going to try to take three attacks on the goblin that's going commando here.
Okay.
So let's
I'm going to pump up the
go.
clean feed
So
sound
Dungeon
just a
Master
little
needs to know.
louder here.
There's nothing
Yes, sir.
under his loincloth there.
That's the
Get it a little
commando.
louder there.
All right, here we go. Scimitar,
I had it down
attack
pretty
number
low.
1.
Nice.
He's heavily wounded.
He's heavily wounded.
Slug takes a second attack. Oh, Jesus
Oh, no.
Christ.
Oh, that one missed. Damn it.
And up. A Jaws attack. That was same attack though, so it's okay. Same modifier. Here we go.
Oh. Wow.
0.
I don't think that hit.
Where's that wah wah noise?
Is there such a thing as a
Yeah, where is
negative
it?
crit? Fumble?
Yes.
It's supposed to be a negative. Any negative ends up being
All right.
a 1.
For my first
All right,
move,
Crane.
I'm going to move to there. I would go through. Yeah. And then I'm going to shoot my crossbow as my second action.
Okay.
Don't forget to use your inspiration.
God, and that's,
I don't have
that's a
inspiration.
hit.
Oh, that's a hit.
inspiration and hand-drawn maps. We're in good
And
shape tonight.
I will stow my crossbow as an action.
Yeah,
And then that'll be my
that's
turn.
your-
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit, guys! These fuckers hit hard.
They too, man.
I'll shout back to Rag to kill these goddamn things. I'll keep my shield raised for our first action. I'll take a swipe at this pyro guy.
Okay.
Yeah, Pathfinder doesn't keep, like, when I shot that
Ooh,
arrow,
nice
it
hit.
didn't tick off my ammo. I have to do that manually. And that's probably
You
just a
damage
rule
him.
set
He's
thing. It hasn't
reeling.
got in there yet.
And
He
then I'll
screams.
take a second swing at him, I guess. So.
Okay.
You know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do the lay on hands and heal myself a little bit. That doesn't heal me. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that.
What does it do?
I don't fucking know. I didn't
Lay
read
on
it.
hands.
Joe, you're just supposed to make something up.
If we win, that's what
Yeah, the
happens.
DM will never know.
No, I'll read it and I'll probably know what my character does. Thank you.
Know thyself.
All right. Now, I don't think with Hunt Target I have to reactivate it. It sounds like it stays up.
I'm gonna look at that, but I think you're right. Let me look at that.
Trent is ducking too, by the way. As he sets his crossbow down, he's ducking down.
Maybe he's ducking. Maybe it brushes through his hair when I shoot. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think you're good the way I read it. So
All right.
and that's a hit.
Yeah.
Oh no, and he goes down with an arrow between
Down
the
goes
eyes.
Frazier.
Pyromaniac.
Let's have a cough.
So
Goblin blood dripping.
awesome. I will go ahead and turn and shoot at Goblin Commando then.
Don't forget to move your hunter's mark.
Right. And I think I can. So I'll use an action to hunt target and then shoot him with my third action.
And I think, yeah, so that, okay, yep, you can do that.
So
as an
is that the
action, so you're
middle
good.
roll then? Or
Yes, if this is your
first?
second attack, if it's your second attack,
What's going
you
on,
would use
everybody?
the middle
My nose is running.
roll, but since
but-
it's targeted, or go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, with hunt target, do I want to use the thing?
Just use the first one. Just use the first one. Yep, it's easier.
Wow.
Does she have a negative because it's covered?
Where is she? Yeah, I mean, I'd give you a -1 since it's screened. So if you
Alright.
just want it in the modifier, or you can just go in the ± at the top and click on screened before your attack if you want. That's probably the easiest. Ooh, and that is a hit.
Like it.
Ooh, critical. Wow.
And I will pass.
Goblin Commando is not happy, but he sees that Splug is he's another goblin, but he's
Goblin
not on
with
his
no
side. So he's
underwear?
gonna keep swinging
Goblin
at Splug.
Commando?
Doesn't like him.
I'm not what do you mean I am a goblin?
I know he sees another goblin. He doesn't like it. You're attacking him. He doesn't like it. Uh-oh.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Wait, go ahead. Do you want to use Retributive Strike?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I thought Ben's was saying something.
I was going to say, what are you looking at that I'm not seeing?
Make a melee strike against the trigger, -2 penalty.
You can take an
Before the
attack,
opponent-
basically an attack of opportunity against him with a -2.
Yeah. So as a
And if you
reaction,
hit
I'm
him
going
and
to use
kill
a
him-
retributive strike.
Yep, you got it.
Do it.
Better hit this goddamn guy, because I'm fixing
Oh,
to
my
go
rolls
down.
suck, man.
Just use inspiration.
Here it comes.
You want to take that thing off of him. I dropped it on him rather than myself.
Oh, yeah, one sec. You got it.
And then so I use the first attack then, right?
Correct. Yep, you get your full bonus. You just get that -2.
Bastard.
Jesus.
I don't know about and that's by design.
That's by design.
That's how it was made, man. Those
All right.
rolls above 10.
Crazy
So the
decision.
damage.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Oh crap! That goes slicing into our buddy Splug, but he stays up. He stays up.
Ouch.
So
Well,
he's
seeing
gonna
that my stats are modified to 18,
he's gonna swing again at
that's nice. So.
his minus, and he misses. And
Give me a
he
third
is-
attack. Give me a third
with
one.
his- No. With his third action, he's gonna take a step.
Cast
back.
fireball.
And yeah, pretty much, and incinerates the whole place.
Does that trigger
Ragnar, you are
opportunity for anybody?
It does not, because he took a step action rather than a move action. So a step is something he
That
can
kind
take
of like a
without.
shift in 4th edition.
I never played 4th edition, so I have no clue.
Lucky
Like,
you.
like
How dare you say that about 4th edition? That's Plug's very favorite edition.
And I run by my whimpering brothers and go, yeah, I got this. I could have soloed. What do you guys? You should have just stayed out of the room.
Hey, we'll be happily back up, motherfucker.
Nice.
what? Ow! What's that?
Did you swing your fist, Ragnar?
Oh, I hit
Yes.
the wrong one. But it would have missed with the great axe too. So
Damn rookie
I'm gonna
players,
do the-
man.
I'm learning. I got a little bumper sticker on the back that says driver's school.
Oh god.
That's what I'm talking
Oh.
All
about.
right.
Oh.
Oh no. And he goes down. Goblin Commando. DM is
And I
not-
give
not
the
happy.
half-orc stare at this Goblin Warrior 12 and go, whatever you do, don't go by me.
All right, and he looks at you. He says, "For Joe! For Joe!" And he tries to swing at you. That was my brother. And he hits with the first one. And that hurt. And the second one. Oh, actually, you know what? So he does that. He does that. He drops his bow. He pulls his weapon. He swings. So he only has one action left because dropping is free. But he did take an action to pull out his dog slicer. So his second attack is a miss. As he stomps the ground and kicks the dirt, waiting for his sure demise.
I'm going to use the most awesome spell in Pathfinder playtest. I'm going to do a level 1 area of effect heal on everyone.
Oh, snap.
Is that like in range of the Goblin Warrior 12? Does he get it too?
I want to use my spell sculpt to spell sculpt out. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's for friendlies only. But let me double check that.
You're good.
Yeah, he's
You're
not
good.
hurt anyway. He's fully
The
healthy.
only thing it would do is it would actually do negative damage to an undead, I think, right? But no, you're good.
But can I go ahead and just nuke him anyway as part of the free heal?
No.
All right.
Paizo, put that in the next book.
I
Stand
love
by.
that you shouted it out like they're watching. Paizo, put that in the book.
right?
Oh yeah.
They don't care about us.
Did we
All
finally
right.
get it? Okay, here we go.
I had to adjust it because the person who made the spell, they fucked it up, so I had to fix it.
What did they fuck up, man? I want to know.
Training wheel.
You put just a bonus in there. You didn't put it. Whoever did it.
That's actually all you get.
Ah,
Seriously, Dave, you only get your bonus when you do the mass heal. That's part of the
What?
spell.
what the fuck kind of
serious.
heal is that? Are you serious?
If
read
you
it
scroll
wrong?
down and you look at
They
if
don't
you
need
scroll down to
OD
the bottom, the
heal.
30-foot order, it reduces the amount of healing to your spell casting ability modifier.
This is
So in this
Oh
case-
my god, that's a piece of shit.
Hey, this
I'm gonna
ain't
do the
D&D
best
5. This ain't 5e,
spell in
man.
Pathfinder.
I'm going back to
It's a
5.
piece
This
of
is bullshit.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
going back
pass
to
out.
5e.
Oh, fuck.
I will take hand-drawn maps any day of the week over this stupid spell.
Oh shit.
So
I'm
do we
gonna
need to
fucking
put all that
die.
back on to everybody here?
Does
Yeah,
that
we could
improve?
just,
I'm not a
for
healthy
simplicity's
man.
sake, Mr. Dungeon
can't-
Master, can we just keep it
I can't.
That's fine.
Oh, I
plus 20
can't.
this time?
Oh my god, this guy's gonna kill me.
That's fine.
We could take it. We could take
Does
it.
that improve as he levels up, or is that just the shit that
I
he
can just throw it back.
deal with?
Well,
That
it's
is
the
Piece of shit
It's-
spell now. I'm taking it off
It's
my
not-
list.
all right. So Kren, it's 10 to everybody. I'll just throw these back on. 10 to Kren. Did everybody have that much? Or
No,
shit?
no.
I don't
If you look
remember.
in the chat, it healed 210, 210.
Oh, you're right. So Kren's only 2.
It worked.
wounds.
Trenlo did a great job.
Ragnar, he did 4. Well, Trenlo, that was the DM that coded that. Actually, that's all right.
So
Coded it
Splug,
right. It
you're
was- it
not
was
gonna
fine.
use that. You're not gonna heal us all too.
One
I just
second.
did.
So-
Yeah, I'll have to. It's still an okay spell.
and then Ben.
Well, it would be 3.
Just
right?
a little disappointed in Paizo for pulling the Shanghai surprise on you spend all 3 actions and you don't get anything in return
All right,
except
so-
for a model.
So if you are going to keep that, so Kren gets all of it. Ben's would get 3. So that's 11. Sadell will be 0. Oh no, it's okay.
I was so excited about reading that. I'm like, oh wow, you can cast healing
I know.
word type, a touch, or you can do an area of effect. I just
That's still
overlooked the
not
1d8
bad.
part.
It's still not bad with that many people
Giving
at
everybody
first level.
2 or
No,
giving
that's
everybody
good.
3 at first level, that's pretty good. You would, I mean, it's a 1d4, right? In 5e.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
giving everybody 3,
Yeah.
so that's still pretty good.
Well, it's going to go up because when I take my first feed at level 2, I should get another bonus to healing. So, and then
that's cool.
we'll be able to add that in too.
But seeing that we haven't gotten a goddamn lick of experience points yet, I don't know what's going on.
What in the wide world of sports?
I mean, it's not like we're going to hit 1,000 XP anyway, so.
Oh my
Nope.
god.
All right. So that was Splug's 3 actions.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
the way to say
sorry.
hit the-
But we
Hey,
didn't
I
I
get our
just
healing.
caused the DM a bunch
But-
of work.
I gave it. I thought I gave it back, didn't I?
Well, you
No,
gave me my
I-
2 wounds back.
Yeah, you gave everybody their
What the
wounds
heck?
back, but you never gave them the
No, I know,
the healing.
but I did. Maybe I just because I did it to Ben's and Ragnar had 14. So I must have. I don't know why it didn't
Okay.
go on you, but now you guys are good.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right,
Okay,
Right.
thanks.
I am gonna move as my first action
Thanks for nothing.
to there,
Oh, this is great.
and then as my second action, I am going to do Chill Touch. Yeah!
Good saying under his breath, why in the hell did I invite this guy into the group?
Yeah! And
Do
in
you want to
addition to being
describe what that
dead,
did to him?
he is also enfeebled, whatever the fuck that is.
He's at a -6. -6 hit points.
Don't you have to actually touch him for chill touch? Kind of in the name.
No, it's arranged.
It's a bad
Chill touch,
name.
cool.
Yeah, it's a bad name.
I know.
And Ragnar sees this thing crumple in front of him and goes, "We got a bitch cleric in our group. What the hell is this shit?"
Oh, jeez, man.
What has it
Wow.
now?
See if I ever heal you again.
I got
No,
2
Pete.
My
frickin'
free
points
heal.
back. I'm trying to survive
No,
here.
no,
What's
sir.
going
You
on?
got 3 points, not 2.
Oh,
No P.
So
There
you
you
were
go.
off by 50%. Let's just tighten it up.
that was be 1/3.
Wow.
Well, you were off by 50%.
But I love
or
my
1/3.
cleric. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. I just saw this guy die, and I was like in a rage a little bit.
All right, encounter
Speaking out
over.
my
How
ass.
many? What was that? 5,000
Encounter
XP.
over.
How much was that?
That was 20 XP. You don't get that much XP in PF2. No, I'm just kidding. They don't. I don't know how much it was supposed to be. There's no leveling in the in this playtest adventure.
That's right. We're playing by milestones.
That's right.
Rob Tui milestones.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So we're level 2 now.
Yeah. Level 1, man. Level 1. All right. Now what?
So wait, is a ranged touch spell is just a ranged spell, right?
What do you mean? What's your? It is a ranged.
So
you do
the chat
attack
and
their touch
also-
armor class.
Yeah. So the way they label it is like in 5e it's ranged or melee. That's just it. And in Pathfinder they're calling it ranged touch, melee touch.
That's right.
So I'm
Well,
assuming that
I'm
the
sorry.
reason they're doing that is there's ranged save and melee save. I don't know why they're. It's very confusing.
Well, and
Touch AC and regular AC.
there's a touch AC and regular AC, and obviously depending on whether you're doing a ranged attack or a melee touch attack, you're going to have a different plus to hit. But it did look like it coded it, or sorry, it looked like it was proper in chat because I did see the
Okay.
the
Yeah.
attack
It's just
melee,
the name
so it all
is-
went fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's a little confusing, but that's why you saw touch, because it was against his touch armor class, which is lower.
Right. And then it doesn't help that spell called Chill Touch is a ranged spell. That doesn't help.
It was like,
Well,
it was
that's what I
like
was.
perfect.
I was messaging that message because I was curious how spells work, but range just says touch. So are there other ranges other than touch?
Oh crap! I didn't even see that. I didn't see it wasn't a ranged attack. God damn it!
That's why.
Well, we're not going to
that's what.
retcon that, but you're right.
Oh,
You're right.
oh,
The
it
range
is.
should
It
have
is a
been-
melee. It is a melee spell.
It
Yeah.
says make a melee
Alright,
touch
it-
attack.
Yeah, and
Yes.
so what I was doing is I was going off 5th edition, which Chill Touch is a ranged attack,
Tighten up, Tui. God damn it!
right? And I've always
people.
complained about the 2 spells I hate the most in 5e are Chill Touched because it's a ranged attack, and Sacred
You're right.
Flame because everybody goes fire and it's not fire, it's fucking radiant, so you just better tighten it up.
All right. So we'll assume that in that one case, your deity blessed you and let you do that at a range. So you're
Awesome.
That's
Canadian.
bullshit, but you took my healing away.
good. I did, man.
I will.
Alright.
I'm actually going to heal Splug a little
You know
bit.
what?
'cause
If I would have
I-
known that, I would have just moved up 2 more squares anyway. And
I
done
know,
the
I
same
know.
thing.
That's
I
why I'm letting it go.
I was in touch with my deity, and he told me that lay on hands does heal, actually. So
Oh
I'm gonna go
God,
with that.
it's a rough crowd, man.
I'm going to use resonance to help that heal. Let's double
Your
it.
touch is
I
quite
don't think you
soothing,
get to
Mr.
do that.
Dwarf.
I'm like massaging Splug shoulders.
I'm live
A
coding
little bit
everybody.
lower. Little
Okay,
bit
that's
lower.
sexual.
Hey.
Lower.
It's not that kind of stream, man.
My
So,
nickname isn't Tripod for nothing. I mean, come
Oh
on.
God. Yes, sir.
Are there reactions in Pathfinder?
Yeah, I had a reaction.
Yeah,
oh,
there's
and then
some.
they just have no. You had a bad reaction.
No. He had retributive strike was a reaction.
And so, what is there an action? Is there an action economy, or is it free?
It's
You get
it's
one
one
reaction.
just like 5e. You get one reaction outside of your turn until your turn
Ah,
comes back
okay,
around
gotcha.
and it resets.
So
And
this-
you can
this-
always. Oh, sorry.
The
Go ahead, Rob.
shield cantrip. I was, because in 5e it's a reaction, but here it's just it's an action. You take.
Well, you
the
can tell
action.
by the symbol too.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
like
a-
on
yeah,
the
okay,
shield,
gotcha. So
it
it's
should
one-
have
yeah.
like the weird looking symbol that doesn't look like the action symbol, like your shield block and your arrest to fall, stuff like
Yeah,
that. Those
gotcha.
are reactions.
Okay, cool. Got it. Thank you.
So and Rob, just for shield, when you do use an action to raise it, you get a +1 bonus to your AC until the start of your next turn, and you
Right.
can also use a reaction to shield block. But once you do that, you can't cast it again for 10 minutes
yeah.
if you use the shield block.
Right.
And hey, and Joe, one thing I was going to tell you is if you look at, I saw what you sent me about the hardness, but that was actually for thick steel. If you look at page 177, the hardness on a steel shield is 5.
Excellent.
But
Thank
you still would have absorbed all the damage, so you're fine. But just going forward, we'll know that.
Dwarf cheating.
Well, it tells you
No,
look up
no,
one thing, and then
no.
it tells you to reference something else, and then in
I
that
know.
reference, it tells you to reference another page to figure out what the fuck you actually want.
Yeah,
That's Paizo.
Yes. I know. All right, so where are we going, guys? You took care of the goblins.
Anything
Got a
up
little
on that
nasty
shelf?
campfire.
So can I, what is the toughness of that? What's that other list for?
It's for like I guess other items like heavy. If you encounter like heavy or thick steel, which is probably a door or something like that, then that's the hardness it would have. But if you look at the 177, it does say that the steel shield is 5.
Excellent, thanks.
Yeah.
Ragnar's convinced that Splug has adamantian bones, so after he gave him a massage on his
No, we'll touch after.
Yeah. Let's talk. And if I'm missing something, yeah, let's talk after. I don't want to, but I'm trying to do a few things. All right, so let's see, Sidel. I mean, it is a 15-foot high ledge. You can do an athletics check to try to climb that ledge if you'd like.
But we don't
like
see
a
anything
hole
up
that
there.
goes into the cave or whatever there. It looks to me like that where my arrow's pointing, which is kind of hard to see with the purple light, but it looks like that's an opening there. Is that just my eyes?
No, that's what I was trying to describe at the beginning of combat. It's a 15-foot high ledge.
Okay.
So
who's going? Somebody climb up there.
So you don't. I mean, it just looks like the top of a ledge up there from where you are. You don't see anything else, Zell.
Okay.
No.
So in that case, I will head back up the stairs because I am looking for somebody.
All right.
I kind of look over towards Ben's and I say, "Wait, is she looking for some halfling?"
That's what she says, man. I'm willing to help out. She seems like a nice gal.
Nice.
Do I see anything in the room there?
So this room to the right, you see a narrow flight of stairs that winds downward, and it looks like it descends into a circular chamber. And you see stone biers
Drake, I'm totally
lining the
5e
walls.
my spells. I can't take
but the bodies that may have rested upon them now are scattered all over the floor.
I can't take it.
I threw that in chat as well.
Yeah, so when I put on shield, I get another +1.
No halfling.
But then I can use shield block.
Yeah,
which
she's
gives
on a
me an
mission, man.
additional
She's going
+4.
straight.
But then
straight
if I
there.
do that, I can't cast this cantrip for 10 minutes. So I'd have to put like a.
All right, so okay, we're splitting the party a little bit. Ragnar goes in there.
I saw
And
some
so
beers. Is there beer?
I'm gonna hold. Oh. All right,
Somebody
so let me
just
do
moved-
this.
Somebody moved. Dave moved me. He didn't mean to, but.
All right. So
Oh.
here we go. So we got down at the bottom here.
Oh boy,
So Ben,
Sound effects.
right as you
it's not good.
right as you move here and try to go into that corner square, this statue that's in this corner here turns over this hourglass that just billows out this choking red sand. And as it does that, let's see.
So
I'm
do
gonna
you
give you an
put?
image
Is it
as
not
you
just simply
kind
an
of try to scoot
AC4?
past
Is
that
it
of what
just
she looks like.
another hardness?
Oh,
I don't
okay.
fucking know how it works.
And let's put that in the tracker.
Well, that's the girl from the donkey show last festival.
Oh God.
Did she have that kind of knife? That seems dangerous.
She, yeah, minus the knife though, Benz.
Hell, hold something else in her hand. Is that what you're saying?
But she did have some, but it was the hourglass. Hey, man.
All right, so that whole hallway starts to kind of fill up with this red choking sand, and you kind of shake it off, and nothing happens to you as you do that. You kind of feel like you're fortunate. However, as Ragnar moves into that room and splits the party, everyone can roll initiative as all the bodies simultaneously rise. And
Now let's just
these
be clear. I did
skeletons
not.
rise to attack.
I was moved down there by Dave. I did not.
That's
move.
fine.
I'll take where I am now. That's fine.
Yeah, you can switch me. Yeah, switch me and Kren, please, because that's where.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I missed that. Okay, let me put you guys back and
Up, Jesus.
him here and move him here. And good God! All right, there we go.
Fuck it all up.
What did I sign
1,
up
2,
for?
3. Do we have initiative for everyone?
Maybe not.
Oh, we sure do.
There we go. All right, and Splug, you are first to act, and you see Ragnar surrounded by these skeletons that have risen up to attack.
I say you are pretty much fucked, Ragnar, and I close the door and
Peace
seal it. Peace out, Boy Scout. Jesus.
What kind of mask are you wearing? Is that one of those special hats, pussy hats?
Oh man, geez,
Come on, get in here.
That was uncalled
Come on.
for.
So I'm gonna go in, and as I run in, I say, guys, we got a bunch of skeletons in here, and this dumb orc is gonna get killed. So I'll go in and get killed with them. So I will go ahead and attack the let me see. Let me use my channel divinity, turn undead. Let's see if I can do that in this game.
Oh,
I see that on my character sheet.
Nope.
Can
You got
help
nothing?
me out here? Oh, channel divinity.
I'm looking.
It's not in this game. But anyway, I will go ahead and attack.
I didn't remember.
What is he, ignorant?
with my scimitar.
Oh, snap!
That is a hit. Why isn't that not a
Solid
crit
hit.
hit? I mean, come on.
18 usually isn't good enough for crit.
The 20. Oh, no, no.
Plus 10. Uh-oh.
And then I'll go ahead and use my last attack to triple whirling dervish this thing. And I miss. I'm done.
You did no
And
damage to
tried.
that skeleton.
And I was going to say,
I
you
did
noticed.
some damage.
No damage.
He resisted
did.
it, I think.
Yeah, he resisted all of that. And just so you guys know, the way resistance works in Pathfinder playtest is typically there's a number that they resist. So they resist that number first. It's not like they take half. So if your attack does less than a certain amount of damage, it won't do anything. So that did not affect them at all.
Can we get a horn trumpet for that too? Because I like that mechanic.
Wah, 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 wah.
I'm looking. Damn it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it, God? No, that's not it. There we go.
I was going to say it's on every page, and
I know it is.
it's right there.
How did I miss it? All right. So, card number 3 swings out at Ragnar.
Get in here, guys. We need help.
So he's going to pull his sword with his first action. That's not a euphemism. And he'll draw his sword, and then he'll swing with his scimitar. And he hits.
Ow.
Does 1 point of damage, and he swings again. And he hits with his second one.
We forgot to
That
take
one
a short
slices
rest
into you. Oh my gosh.
after that last
Yeah, right?
encounter.
Ragnar, you are up.
One good thing about
You're
running
hurting.
into the midst of enemies, you don't have to use an action to move. You just start hacking. And I look over my shoulder and see Splug there and go, "You're badass, dude. You are badass."
We'll see if we live.
Yeah, I'm gonna chop.
Then we'll call each other badass.
Oh,
That's the first one.
That attack wasn't so badass.
ah,
shit.
That was
God
definitely.
damn it.
Fumble table. Fumble table. Oh,
Hey,
that was
Marduk
better.
House.
No,
Thanks for
it's
the
all
follow.
bad.
Welcome to the stream.
And you didn't rage, did you?
Marduk
Oh,
Ox,
I-
I
you know
suppose
what?
that's
Does that work?
pronounced.
What do you mean?
Welcome.
You use all your actions to attack.
Yeah, I mean, you used all your actions to attack. You could have
So
raged.
is rage one of the actions?
Yeah, I mean, rage if you.
All right, I'll remove that.
I doubt it's free.
But yeah, rage
I
is
think-
an action. Yeah.
All right, so I used all 3 attacks rather than raging, and that's my turn.
Some barbarian you are.
Called
Then
the-
Give
you
me a-
fight your way through.
Give me a P.
Mm.
Give me a U. Give me a...
You hear some yelling over here, and you fight your way through the choking sands, which don't affect you.
Guys
Yeah,
tired of
so-
Splug yet?
No,
I'm
man.
gonna go ahead and come up here.
Okay.
I'll run back this way and raise my shield. And
Okay,
just
it's
tell
per
up to
him,
you.
usual.
get the fuck out of there. You're surrounded.
Okay.
They're gonna kill you.
We'll take attacks of
Um,
opportunity. Never mind, there's none anymore.
Not to mention the acid
Maybe.
splash damage I'm going to give him right now.
And then it looks like ready something.
It's 2 actions.
It's 2 actions, so
Right.
there's not much I can do at all. So that's it. That's it for me.
Clear the hall.
Kren.
All right, I'm coming down. Clear the hall. What are you talking about? Fuck these guys up. So I'm going to acid splash and hope I hit, because if I do, I'm going to splash onto 5 other dudes. Does it
You're gonna
sound right?
splash Ragnar.
Yeah, he's going to get hit too if I do it. All right, so here we go, and I'm doing a screened kind of a thing again.
Well, is it a save or is it an attack?
No, acid splash
Is it an attack?
is a ranged touch attack.
Right. Okay.
So
So
I
yeah,
need to
just
do
you can just do it at minus.
screened.
Yeah, just do it at -1.
Okay, and here we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
All right, so he takes that,
Oh my God.
but
Very nice.
everybody else takes 1 acid, and then I am done.
And is there any persistent damage with that?
Only if it's a crit.
Okay. Okay.
And can you open the map so that I can get the targeting crap up at the top?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So skeleton guard number 6 stands where he is, and he's swinging at the barbarian. So he also has to pull his sword out. So first action, second action, he swings. Ooh, and misses. Third action, he swings. Oh, and he misses again. Damn it. He's not happy. Sidel.
All right, I am going to move over here, and I can make it even through my friends. I just don't want to, move somebody else's token.
Okay.
And then I will hunt target on the one straight out there.
Okay.
And then I will shoot him. Or not.
Oh. All right, skeleton guard 17. He moves. No, actually, he's not going to move. He's going to pull out his sword.
Oh, hey Drake,
And he's
mine's
gonna
wireless.
attack
Mine's wireless anyway, but I leave it plugged in.
Ragnar right in
But
front
I'm
of
gonna
him.
check out this Corsair or whatever the fuck you're telling me. I'm gonna check it out.
And he hits with the first one. Uh-oh, Ragnar's critical. And his second
They
attack.
get flanking, don't they?
$80. What the fuck?
Yes, he is flat-footed. That's a good point. I forgot about that.
No, I've got a big arch.
So hold on. Oh, automatic miss anyway. Yay for you guys. All right. So this guy is just going to
Exceptional
move
comfort.
right here. So he's going to move with that action. He's going to pull out his sword. He gets one attack. He's going to attack Ragnar. Oh, crap.
Critical.
Ragnar, you are down.
Wah, wah, wah.
And
Is
so
now
let
a
me
good
do
time to
this.
go
You
over the
got-
dying stuff?
Yes. So 1 second.
Can we go over the dying stuff?
So Ragnar, you are at dying 1. Actually, I take that back. You got hit with a critical hit. So what happens is you gain the dying condition. Typically that's dying 1, but if you go down by way of a critical hit, you immediately gain the dying 2 condition.
That's where I drop Relentless Endurance on him. Half orc.
That's not a thing in Pathfinder, is it? Okay, you made me think.
Paizo!
So now what happens is you also move. Let me see if I can do this. You move to just before Skeleton Guard number 2 in initiative.
I think
So-
that's an ancestry you can take.
He is at 9.
I almost got that Kingmaker thing, but
just
that's
pull him
regular
down there?
Pathfinder,
Let me
right? It's
try.
not Pathfinder
I'll
2.
put you at 9 1 second.
And so I'm not going to get it. I know Gwydion got it, and I think Urash got it, but I don't think I'm going to get it because
There's a couple people at
I
9.
don't want to, I'm learning Pathfinder
you
2, but
should
I've
go
never
if I
played
can do this.
Pathfinder, and I don't want to learn a whole goddamn new thing.
Well, I don't know if I can,
Plus,
but
it's
you're going
got
to go
mixed
right
reviews on
before
Steam.
Skeleton
It's
Guard
not,
number
it's
2.
not very popular.
And when it gets to your turn, you will make a fortitude saving throw. If you pass the saving throw, you lose 1. So 1 of the dying conditions. So you'd go to dying 1. If you critically succeed on the fortitude saving throw,
Creature
you would
Codex is
essentially
blowing up,
lose the
everybody.
dying condition, but you would still be unconscious. And you would gain wounded 1. Wounded is basically something that'll stay with you that makes it harder for you to come back from gaining the dying condition later until you get like a true heal. It's kind of meant to be a little more punitive. But right now, and don't forget, you do have the hero point. So if you do get a critical fail to where you would outright die, you can use that hero point to come back to 1 hit point. That's the gist of it.
Oh, cool.
It's kind of it's relatively convoluted, and they've gone back and forth a few times. But that is it. And I'm going to pass you because you should be going right before him. But given they're all the same initiative order, I couldn't. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'll do this.
You can be like 9.1, 9.2.
If
Yep.
I order those, they're not going to get here until, well, how much is 2 days shipping? Not
right.
going to get them until after.
All right. So now we're down to Skeleton Guard number 9. He is just going to stand there and swing at Splug. And he misses with his first attack. This guy has not gone, so that was his second. He had to pull out his weapon. So his second attack is a -2. And misses. Very nice. Guard number 1. Guard number 1 stays where he is and pulls out a short bow with his first action.
Well, even if I order them 1 day shipping, they're not going to get here until after I leave on Friday.
And
So I
he
can't.
shoots at
can't get
you.
him
I'll give
now.
you screened since I've been doing that.
I could order them and have them sent to. I could order them and have them shipped. Well, no, that's in Canada. That's
That's
going
a
to be all
hit.
fucked up. Never mind. I'll get them later. Put it on my wish list.
Ah, crap. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's in my cart.
All right.
I'll order them in time
And
for
Splug,
when
you
I
are
come back.
up. You are reeling, but you're still standing.
I'm in good shape. Let's see. Let's see. We've got. I'm gonna go ahead and do another actions. But I do have a question.
Yes.
If any other melee wants to get in, can they get to the right and left of me, seeing that the room is kind of that odd shape? Possible.
That's fine.
For somebody to go here or there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I will stay where I'm at, and I will do another 3 hit point heal. Let's see. I think actually I might go ahead and I'll just heal Ragnar.
And Splug, give me a perception check, if you would, in the tower.
Tower? All right.
Please.
7.
Okay. What's that?
Should be a 37.
Yeah,
I'm just
pretty
kidding.
close. But the one thing you notice is the skeletons do not appear to be moving anywhere. They don't appear to be moving towards the door.
The GTFO.
So I'll approve that move, but I just wanted to share.
Oh
that.
no, I didn't mean to move there.
Okay,
I was
that's
just
fine.
kind of.
That's fine.
I was asking if.
Oh, got it. Yep.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Well, I'm looking at Ragnar, and he doesn't appear that wounded.
He doesn't appear that wounded. Is that what you said?
No.
Your powers of perception.
You got this.
My
right, bro?
powers of perception are insanely accurate. So let's go ahead and do a 1 action heal.
Okay.
So let's heal. And I will go ahead and do a GTFO.
Okay.
So that means I have 1 spell left. No, actually I have 3 spells left. Spell points too, so that's it for me.
Summon monster. Oh, I'm out of spells.
All right. So this guy is just swinging at what's in front of him. And
I'm still crumpled in a heap.
he hits.
Is there any?
Now,
does this have
let
like
me make sure.
prone like 5e does? You get advantage if the person's prone and all that.
It's a good question. He is conscious, but no, you don't get advantage on a prone.
But
He
I'm
might be
pretending
flat-footed.
to be
I'm not
totally
positive, but
unconscious.
I'm going to add the wounded condition to you, which only means that if you go down again, so if you go down from a normal hit now, you would immediately go to dying 2. That's what the wounded does. It just, you're kind of back from death, but it comes with an effect. So that's what the effect is, that you're just more prone to be closer to death next time. That's what they're trying to get across. All right. So his damage. Ooh, shit, puts you back to critical. And that was his first
Clockwork
attack.
Orange.
He swings again at a minus and misses and swings a third time. The big minus. Ooh, thank goodness for the minus. With an 18, he missed. All right, Benz, you are up.
So, I think it's best to not go in there. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
You still have some people attacking you before you can get the hell out of there, though.
If they are going to come up, it would be good for us to trap them they're in that T intersection. But if they're really going to stay put,
I'm gonna raise my shield as my first action, and then I'm gonna use my second action to delay,
Okay.
which will change my initiative order. Should it be triggered, but my delay is going to be just to stand guard and try and block once Rag can get out.
Okay.
So I'll still have one action should that happen.
Right. I think that's how that works. Yep.
I read that. It's kind of
Okay, that makes sense. Yep. Kren.
Well, I mean, no matter what I do, he's gonna get hit like two more times. So I'm gonna do my thing, man.
I think it's 6 more times.
Or well, yeah, by 2 more people is what I meant.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
6 and 17. Yeah, so there's not much I can do to help you very much. So I'm just gonna have to do my thing. So I will mark screened and cast Chill Touch. Oh no, wait, Chill Touch. No, I can't do Chill Touch. Yeah, Acid Splash. Okay, here we go. And it's a miss
Okay.
anyway. So
Now hold on. Who are you going after? Number
1, guard 3. I mean.
So it's a melee. It's a touch though, right? Or is it? Okay,
No,
so you're okay.
Acid Splash is a range touch.
No, I know, but I meant touch because you almost critically missed, which would have been probably bad, but you did not by 1 point. So it's just a normal miss.
And if I would have critically missed, would it have indicated that to us?
I think it would have automatically, but I'm not positive. I think it would have.
Is there some
But it
repercussion
should-
for that?
I'd have to look at Acid Splash, but most things, if there is a repercussion to a critical miss, will tell you. I think
okay,
for
I don't think so.
Splash, I think for Splash, it actually, if you critically fail, I do think there's something special with it, but I'd have to look it up.
Okay. So that was 2 actions, and I am not going to do anything except move up a little, and then.
So one of the things it says, since you only failed, if you look at the Splash trait, even on a failure, it says, let me see. It says even on a failure, all creatures within 5 feet take the indicated splash damage. And on a failure, the target also takes the splash damage. So he'll take, everyone in that radius should take 1 point.
Oh, really? So
That's
I
what it's-
get
I mean,
damage no matter
yeah.
what, even if I miss? Oh, that's crazy.
Man, you should
Well, it's 1 point, right? Is it 1 point?
Yeah, but that's
still
6
good.
points of damage.
It's something. Yeah, so do you want me to apply that, or can you
No, I
do
got
that,
it
or do you
right
want me to
here.
apply? Okay, I thought so.
Boom, it's done, and I killed that guy. He only had
Yes,
1
you
hit
did.
point left. All right. I did not. I read that like 16 times, but I'm so used to
This,
I thought the
You read this-
splash hit everybody else, not the when you were targeted.
No, but it said if you
Targeted.
fail, the target also takes the 1 damage.
Oh, interesting.
it's weird. I had to read that quite a few times.
Where is
but
that
anyway.
just in the rules? I'll look it up. I'll search Splash.
It's in the rules on page 4 on 419. Unless is Splash a trait in Acid Splash that you can click on?
Oh, let's
No.
see.
Acid cantrip evocation.
Okay,
Yeah.
because sometimes. Well, crap. We should look at maybe. I'll have to look at that next time. Maybe it doesn't have Splash. If it does, if it's not in there as a trait, then typically it doesn't get it. But anyway, let's move. We'll keep rolling.
Okay.
All right, number 6, and then I'll have to look that up with you because I assumed it had the Splash trait. All right, he's gonna swing at our buddy Ragnar. Uh-oh, when he hits.
I need to. Where the hell is the? I need to go to.
And Ragnar goes down
the
again.
rules.
And Ragnar is at dying 2. Because it was just a normal hit. And now Ragnar goes immediately in front of guard 6, so that will be second. All right. So Ragnar is down, and as soon as Ragnar goes down, all of the skeletons just seem to stop. Guard number 6 doesn't do anything. And they all just seem to be standing there.
Seeing that, I'm going to jump in and use my free action for interacting with my rope. And I'll interact with my rope, get it ready to try and lasso this big green fuck and get him out of here.
Okay. All right.
Is there any mechanic for, dragging someone? Like, could I step up, grab a hold of him, and drag him back?
I think you can. I honestly don't know the mechanic. I'd have to look it up. But I mean, certainly there's going to be a way.
like a
for you to
basic
use
action
it.
where it's an interact.
Yeah, I'd have to look. But anyway, I'd certainly, you can move as an action. And I would say you can grab a hold of him and then move back at least half speed. So it would take your full turn. But I'd let you do that and figure out if that was right or not later. But yeah, you could do that.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
Will I get as far back as where I am? Because then Ragnar would be back that far too.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, right? Because you can't stack, huh?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you could certainly get him back there. Yeah. I mean, you can get him back to where you are. But what's your movement?
30.
Yeah, I guess what's hard is you could get back to this square here, but you got nowhere to put him.
Right.
Drop him.
I guess
drop
you know
him
you
where she's
could
at.
do. You could drop him on the way back. I'd let you do that.
Okay.
You could move back through him and drop him there. So
I'm going to roll with that then.
yeah, I know. Dave's probably going over that. Geez, this is a generous DM over here. GM,
Like, takes
whatever
my
it is.
heals away, but gives everybody else the whole world. Jesus Christ.
All right.
Don't
so
sweat
these-
it, Dave. It's just because I'm a girl.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yep, that's it.
All right. So these guys are all, as far as you can tell, inactive, and this is probably a good time for a quick break. Is everybody
Yeah.
good for maybe a quick
Okay.
10-minute break?
Good.
Let's do it. By my count, that's like, I don't know what time zone everybody's in, but it's 52 wherever you guys are. 7:52, 8:52. So we'll be back in 10.
10 minutes is the same no matter what time zone you're in.
Right?
God damn it.
No, I
All
know.
right.
All right, guys. We'll see you in a few.
All right, so 10-minute break. The Wednesday slide, I don't know if we haven't decided yet what we're going to do next Wednesday, so I'm not going to, well, I'll change the slide because we're going to do something, so I might as well change the slide. So let's change the Wednesday slide. It'll still be Pathfinder 2, some kind of thing. So I will put episode question mark for 1017. That's what I will do. Episode question mark 1017. And then I will save that. Because I'm sure next Wednesday we'll be playing some kind of Pathfinder thing. Don't know what it'll be. All right, now I'm going to go, of course, refill my Diet Coke. Because that's how I do. Oh, Jay Murphy's got a armor on the Bit Boss, 675 out of 800, everybody. So, hope everybody's having a good time. Oh, Dragon Bait's leaving. Oh, no, Drake's leaving. Gotta hit the sack. Okay, see you later, Drake. He's probably gone already. Let's see, what did I miss? Roll to hit when you have this strength. I don't know. Yeah, no, Jay Murphy, we're pretty serious about our breaks. We're serious about the start time, we're serious about the breaks, and we're serious about the time that it ends. Because if you do more than 3 hours online on a consistent basis, you're going to burn out. You're going to burn out your players and your DMs. It's a different story if you're at your house doing it around your kitchen table. You can go for like an entire weekend. But if you're online, many people have mini games for many days. So 3 hours with a break in between is what we found to be the best. So I am going to go get not only a Diet Coke, but perhaps a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'll be back. Peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly. Now I got 4 minutes to eat my butter and jelly with the soft, soft white bread. That's how I do it. All right, let's check Fantasy Ground sales. Creature Codex, Wayfinder's Guide, Nezergal's Game Masters, blowing up. Yeah, Creature Codex Lairs has been approved, but is still not in the store. What about DM's Guild? The Haunt 2.
Somebody heal me up. I want to go back in and solo these skeletons.
I think you tried that already.
Just let him lay there. We'll pick him up on the way out.
The month of Halloween, and I'm playing a half orc. I got to do this. I apologize to all my friends and family.
Oh, preteens.
Yeah, right, man. Oh my god.
I just got through 9 minutes of big time drama. Oh, fun.
Been
My
there.
oldest turns 17 tomorrow, and I've got
Oh,
the
God.
next one. The next one is 13, and I swear to Christ, I could kill them both.
Do you have a
That's-
bathtub,
that's
and
most
can you fill
days.
it with water?
No, the good news is I have 5 players that I'm just itching to kid. No, I'm just kidding. I won't take it
I
out
can
on my
take it
players.
out on all of
Yeah,
these.
one of them's already dead, so
Right?
We're
No,
good.
no. He's just dying. He's not dead.
And I figured out
Dying
that
too.
hardness thing. The
Okay.
thing I missed on here is that I need to use the light for shields. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I missed.
Got it. Okay.
My son
All
is
right.
21 now and
Oh man.
1,000 miles away. So
Did have a question
Which
on that on the shield piece. So
Uh-huh.
is that so? I've got the five that I could block. If on any time I use that shield block, if it exceeds 5, that's a problem.
If it exceeds 5, it gets a dent. And most things, and I think including steel shields, can take 2 dents before they become broken. And then you can repair them, but you need to spend the time to repair them to get them back in shape. Because otherwise they don't
Yeah, if
provide
what I'm
the
reading, it
benefit.
says any damage dealt to an object with 0 hardness destroys it. So my question is, so I blocked 5 earlier. Does now going forward any other block or until I repair it? Or do I need to track that somewhere, or is that only per turn?
It's per attack, so only if it goes over. So it's not cumulative that you're tracking
Gotcha.
it.
Okay.
It's only on an individual hit.
So I just need to track it. So if I ever get a dent, then I need to mark that
Correct.
it's dented somewhere, or track that then until I get it.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yep. Exactly. All right. So I think everybody's back. We're all here. The skeletons seem to be unanimated again. You've got some sands that seem to be diminishing, and it looks like the hourglass is turned back over. It almost kind of seems like maybe it's resetting itself a bit down here, and you also see a door to the south. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna kind of warn those guys about what's down there. That's not cool. The sand crap. So,
Now, is it
Okay.
just one action to push an unconscious half-orc into a room?
I'll give
Let
you
me
a
tell
free
you this
action
right
on that
now.
one.
If you stand outside the room, you can shoot them all dead. But
Right.
I'm dead, so I'm dead too. So
So I've got one heal left that I could put on Rag. Unless he's a lost cause, then I'll just heal Splug.
Why is he a lost cause?
I feel that way. But
I like
I got
it.
no, I mean, because I know Splug. Do you have any heals left?
I like it.
Oh yeah, I actually have 3 spells left. So yeah.
Okay, so I'll do a begrudgingly lay on hands to Rag and tell him knock that shit out. No solo artist on this one. We're a team.
How many friggin'
Okay.
spells did you get, Dave?
I get I get spell points that I can use for my domain power, which I can heighten my heals, which I haven't done yet. I've been saving them. And then I get 4 spells for my channel energy, and then I also get spell slots as well. And my channel energy is for heal or harm. So I've been using them for heal, and then I also have 2 spell slots that I can also memorize to do more. So I get like 6 heal spells a day.
Holy shit, I get fucking 2 wizard spells.
Take
Nice.
that. Take that, 800-pound elephant in the room. Not going to name the edition or anything, but yeah.
So Ragnar, you
Stands
do
up.
have the wounded. You have the wounded 2 condition, but you are up and you're okay.
for an orc, wounded 2 is nothing. But I do stand up and I say, "Thank you all for dragging me out, Seidel, and healing me up, Mr. Benz." And I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better, but I still have wounded 2 on me. I don't know what that means, but that's
It's not good.
Pathfinder. Not good.
I think you're close to death all the time now.
All right.
Do we have somewhere we can go where we can rest for 24 hours? I think that's what Pathfinder requires.
It only requires 8, and you can. I mean, I said. I mean, you guys may not remember, but from the very beginning, I said it's about 10 minutes out of the sewer. So, I mean, it's technically. I mean, you guys could do a rest outside of this, and it would kind of bring back everything, and it would essentially give you back your con modifier. I have to look at those rules again, but at
Times
least
your
your
level.
con modifier and times your level. Okay, so basically at this level, your con modifier. It's up to you guys what you want to do.
I think we move forward.
Spell
Con
points.
modifier plus level is pretty tough to get any.
Yeah. Ragnar's fine with staying in the back, sure.
Don't forget your rage, Ragnar. Somebody whispers from the walls.
Does that heal
so
me?
I'll let people. When I crossed over into that hallway, that beautiful looking lady there started spitting sand, and it could really mess you up. I don't know how you get around it.
It
Doing a
doesn't look
height-
like it has quite reset yet, but go ahead.
There's
So
scary
now,
piano
guys,
music.
who
That means
says
we're all
that?
gonna fucking die. I don't like any of this.
All right, so unless anyone objects, I'm just gonna barrel through and try and get through this thing again.
Saved last time. You could do it again.
Yeah, so I'll put up my shield and kind of protect myself from this sand that she's spitting out and try and get across it.
Okay. And you do get past it. It looks like, you think there might be another, I don't know, maybe possibly about another minute as it looks like it's trying to reset itself, but it looks like it's not yet completely reset.
So
Was it
I
very
will be
difficult
right
to get
behind
through?
then.
Okay. So the door, so there is a door in front of you.
And if we need room, I'm gonna raise my shield and open the door then, so I can make room. enter that and just
Okay.
get in.
So
get out of
as
the
you
way.
try to open the door, give me an athletics check because the door is it doesn't seem like it's locked, but it's sticking. So give me. All right. So you slam that door open as your entire party comes behind you. And this is what you see.
Oh,
Oh, let me give you the rest of this. And as you kind of enter and everybody is kind of trying to crowd in here, what this room may have been used as a shrine a long time ago, but it's now a ghostly mockery of its former purpose. And as you see down towards the bottom here, kind of towards this, there's an altar at the bottom, this red, and there's an altar, and there's this huge hobgoblin like looking thing that looks like this with this long forked tongue.
Ladies.
And on top of the altar, and this tongue is it's like it's got 3 prongs to it. It's vile, it's dripping blood, and he's holding down a halfling that's screaming on top of this, screaming, help me, as everyone can now roll initiative as this thing looks up at you and looks extremely hungry and says, welcome to my lair. You can join your friend here. As
Sidle
Well,
Thumb,
I-
we will kill him. Sidle Thumb, we will kill him and get your halfling back.
Well, Subtle, I think we found your friend.
There you are. So, Gwydion, was the halfling in here originally, or did that just happen because I called him a halfling to start with?
Just happened. It wasn't part of the adventure. I just wanted to have a reason to have you here. Why is he not in there?
I'm gonna yell out, your head is far
There he
too
is.
small for your body.
You're disproportionate.
Oh my God, he's got hairy feet.
Hey, your mom would love it.
Okay, let's just take it easy.
Oh,
Okay, hotshot.
You're right.
Okay, hotshot.
Yeah. Well, actually, my mother doesn't like hairy feet on the hobbits. She said, I'll play a halfling, well, a hobbit female, but ladies don't have hairy feet, so my hobbit won't have them. I said, okay. And then I shook her really hard and I said, look, if the book says they have hairy fucking feet, you're going to play with hairy feet. You hear me? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you can go by Target and get one of those trimmers for the feet. That's what I do.
It's a prepared action. Every morning she shaves it.
That's right.
All right. So, Splug, you are first to act.
What kind of a creature is
I
that?
shouldn't be.
Just a goblin?
It looks
I
like
should
a
have
big
10.
hobgoblin.
I don't know why my perception is not carrying over into the combat tracker. I don't.
That's weird. Okay. I will update it.
If you could just update me to a 10.
Are you rolling the initiative perception or the
You
perception
know what?
next to your
I'm
dark
not.
vision?
I was using
Okay.
the skill check.
Oh,
So I'll
that
re-roll
trumpet.
if you want
Give me
me
that
to.
trumpet.
Yeah, go for it. Re-roll it.
This is my first time using Fantasy Grounds. Oh! Just go ahead and keep that 20.
Can you re-roll it one more time? I didn't see that come across.
Wait.
Yeah, I can do that.
Watch
I'm
her
kidding.
roll
I'm
like
Kidding.
Fucking 29 and let's stick it up.
Your ass!
Dave, I was kidding. I saw the 24. Okay. You're totally good.
no matter what, he goes first.
He does. All right, Splug,
That's
you
right.
still get it.
So I could hear what was going on inside of the room. Seeing that the stairs are kind of descending down, can I actually kind of see from where I'm at? I don't know if I'm going to be able to fully see the hobgoblin, and I don't want to met it, but I mean, can I see any of him at all? Or
I think so because you're right. The stairs are going down. He's up. You can probably at least catch a little bit of him. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be hard to attack, but if you have something that's a save, you can see him to to do something. Absolutely.
You're pretty sure Ragnar's going in strong.
I mean, he'll have cover if you try to, like, do a ranged attack from where you are.
Well, I'm going to use one of my memorized spells, and I am going to cast Bless all of my party members. No, I think I don't think I'll have to move. It's a 30-foot aura. It doesn't say anything about vision or anything, line of sight. But I will get, just to be safe, I'll move my 20 feet, and I will give everyone a +1. So I will go ahead and target everybody.
Okay.
All right, so there we go. Everybody should have a +1 bonus to attack rolls.
Very nice.
A spell.
What does conditional mean?
There's types of bonuses in Pathfinder 2. So there's circumstance bonus and there's conditional bonuses, and typically they don't stack. So if you have a conditional bonus, you can't add on additional conditional bonuses, but you could add on a circumstance bonus that's more about, just the environment or the action that's occurring.
Got it.
So they're just different types.
All right, guys. So I have 1 spell slot left. That's all I have of all my spells. I have one.
All right, so this thing in front of you, it kind of looks up at all of you, and its entire body and face begins to kind of melt in front of you into this amorphous, nasty mass with flesh that's just putrid and peeling off of it. It is definitely not a hobgoblin vampire. You're not quite sure what this is without any kind of check, but it certainly is not what it appears to be. And as it's doing that and reverting to its form, it's such a grotesque transformation that it is actually going to be bolstered with some of its features for a little bit as you guys take in this horror. Trying to figure out what this thing is now.
Ragnar's flipping the bird.
Okay. Excellent. All right. So now what it does is it takes its second action to move down there, and it's just going to simply slash at you with its claw. It's got these like nasty claws attached to this mass now. So it sees Splug and it tries to slash at you. Oh, and even with a +11, that's a miss. Damn it, Splug. And that's all he can do, because that's 3 actions. That's all he can do. Ragnar.
He's looking for flanking.
He found it.
So Ragnar, when you attack and you're +/, make sure you toggle on flat-footed, and that'll give him a minus. Give you a +2 or him a -2. And that is a hit.
Skin is dry on his
Take him
face. I don't like it.
Although it's more like a sploosh.
Max!
I need
Holy
some lotion.
Ow.
It's more like a sploosh as it just splashes into him, and this grotesque yellowish ichor just starts oozing out of his stomach.
I don't like it. Message. All right, so I moved. So that's my turn. Then I'm like looking away, like I'm not an enemy.
Hey.
All right,
Benz.
so I am going to end up in this square here, but before getting there, I'm going to share a space with Splug and give this guy an attack.
Yeah.
I like it. Strategy.
And one of the things I'll let you guys know, not that you'll want to do it now, but you can use an action to do something like a recall nature or occult or something. If you wanted to try to figure out what this is, strengths, weaknesses. So just as an FYI, if you ever want to do that, it takes an action, and
All right.
with a high enough roll, you
So
can
it's kind of like a
possibly
nature
find
check
something out.
almost, or a
Exactly.
lore check or something like that.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so fire away.
The hell would we want to do that for when we're going to forfeit an attack?
I'm just saying you could use all 3 actions. You know.
I thought about doing that actually.
It wouldn't have been a bad idea, but with the
knew
move,
you-
attack, and then move, that's my 3.
I just couldn't do it with a move and bless because bless took 2 actions. So.
I would like to
Gotcha.
try to find out what this thing is.
Okay, so give me a give me a nature check.
All right, I would like to use my
Hero.
As you're all the way down the hall and around the corner, let's do a check.
Creme de la creme.
You have no clue what this thing is. It's just, yeah, you have no clue.
All right,
No idea.
I'd like to move closer, and then can I do another check again? Can I just keep doing it using my actions?
Yeah, so that would be your 3rd action since you took an action to move. But yeah, you can do another
yeah,
check.
I want to check it.
Still have no idea.
Damn it!
You got
I
a
need to
concussion
know because I
from,
have a special power I
something.
can do, but I need to know first.
You can
Mother
yell at your
back.
party members. You
Yep,
need to
find
know.
out what this is, everybody. Waste all of your actions.
I am going to hunt target.
Okay.
Are you hunting undead? That's what I want to know.
And I will shoot at it.
Oh, and that's a good hit.
Nice.
What does hunt target do?
It's somewhat like Hunter's Mark. I mean, it gives her some bonuses against
Oh,
one
cool.
target.
Yeah, I think it makes it easier, theoretically makes it easier to hit.
It does.
I don't think it actually adds anything to the damage,
No.
like Hunter's Mark
Correct.
does.
Get
Right.
2 more attacks.
But
so.
is there an? I mean, for the effect, it just says hunt target. There's no other coding with it. So how does Fantasy Grounds
Well,
know that you're doing
Quit-
something?
Gwydion built that so that I would remember that that's the one that's my hunted target.
And Rob, to answer your question, I mean, because there's 3 separate attacks in Pathfinder 2, normally she would be clicking on the second attack, which subtracts 5. And the coding I did adds 5 back, but it's easier to just click the first attack button.
Oh, so she gets to
rather than do-
basically
so I
use
did do the
2
coding.
of the first
Yeah.
attacks instead of having to
Correct.
click down the line. Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool, that is pretty good.
And sorry, Rob, but I am going to make a second attack.
Ranger.
I don't
Oh,
like
that's a
it.
hit.
Oh wait, no, I do now. I do now.
Yeah.
You hit.
Now, I think hunted shot, you take 2 quick shots against your hunted target. If both hit the creature, combine their damage and enhancements for the purpose of resistances and weaknesses. Oh, I don't get a bonus on that one either. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
As you were reading that, I was searching around for my flowchart and a slide rule because I didn't
Ooh, and it-
understand it.
Abacus.
Slices into it.
Yeah, I find it pretty complicated myself. But that should be my 3rd action, so I'll pass.
Splug.
Splug, what do you have? 1 hit point? You better get the hell out of there.
No, he's got flanking.
Yeah. Well,
Scimitar.
I guess I'm going to take a chance. Well, actually, I'm not. I'm going to take a slide, one of my actions. So I will go ahead and bail out of there without
step.
taking. Yeah,
A
step. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Is it a step or a slide? I can't
It's
remember.
It's a step in this one.
Step. Okay. All right. So yeah, because it's taking a chance. I mean, even though there's no attacks of opportunities except for the fighters, you don't know if monsters have it or not because they could actually have that as a reaction. So that's why I'm taking this.
True that.
You
And then
goddamn metagamer.
I
No, I could have easily looked it up, but I didn't. I didn't do that.
I'm
So
kidding.
uh,
I'm kidding.
I will go ahead and use my last spell slot, so I have no more magic, and I will myself, and I will heighten it with my healer's blessing at +2.
That's awesome.
And it actually works per spell die. So if it's like a second or third level spell, then it actually goes +2, +4, +6. So
That's awesome.
Help me
So
with-
Rob, you probably saw this, but as a spellcaster, some spells you can heighten, but you can only heighten them, I think, to the level that you're at. Is that right? Or
Yeah,
but
so
you
I
can
can't
heighten
heighten
them.
any because I'm only level 1. So
and cantrips heighten to its max
Yes.
Yeah.
level. So
Right.
So I healed myself for 7, and I am done. Sorry to ruin the flanking bonus for you, but that's why we have Ben's with this big
All right.
shield.
Yeah, I don't hit
So
things. I just stand in places.
Let me look and see if this. Yep. So the effect, you guys are now looking at this thing, and you don't feel as bad as you did previously. Oh, it dropped off because I coded it correctly. Excellent. So now, though, it does look at both Benz and Ragnar, and it's going to go after Benz. So Benz, it looks at you, and he takes an action to pull out this huge longsword that's just gleaming, swings it at you, and he hits. Ooh, and he puts you immediately as it slices into you at a critical, and he does one more attack. It's going to be at a minus. And this sword comes crashing into you, hits you again,
no.
and puts the paladin down. Benz is at dying 1. And I will put Benz at 15. All right, and that is his last action. So it goes to Ragnar.
All right, my downed friend, does he provide flanking for me if he's?
He does not.
So wait a minute. Did Ben's initiative shift when he died, or what was that?
He shifts. Actually, I did the wrong one, but 1 second. He yeah, what happens is he shifts right before God damn it, 1 second. Yeah, that's fine.
The
He shifts
target
right
who took him
front of-
down.
I'm sorry.
Is that everybody does?
Anybody?
Just the guy who
No,
died.
just Benz. Just the guy who died.
No. But I'm saying anybody who gets knocked unconscious, they go to the initiative before the person that knocked them out.
Yes.
Correct.
That's a new Pathfinder 2 thing. Wow, that's good. I don't know. Also, Ragnar got changed to initiative 4.5. I don't know if that was intentional.
Yeah.
It wasn't. What do you remember what you were at? Were you were ahead of Kren, right?
He was now.
I was.
Yeah, he was like 12 or 13.
Okay, sorry. I was on him, and I meant to be on Ben's. So there you go.
All right. So before I move, is the halfling laying on the ground since he moved up to go after Ben's?
The halfling is still on the altar, so the Dracus moved away from the altar, so the halfling is now just laying on there, frightened, just shivering on top of the altar.
All right. I'll pick him up because I'm a big half orc. Say, hey, let's do a little get on my back and piggyback.
Okay, so you can pick the halfling up as an action.
Yep. One action will be piggyback, and then I'll do the other 2 actions to attack Dracus in the back because he's turned towards my friend Ben's down.
Okay. Oh, and big swing and a miss.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Oh no, and Dracus goes down.
Drake goes
Says,
down, I got-
"No."
Got a sucker miss on my back, the halfling. So I'll run over to my friend. Say, my halfling. Your
I
friend-
will also head over to Ben's if we're out of combat and stabilize
Yes,
him with a cantrip.
Good deal.
Thank you, guys.
What's this
Absolutely.
halfling's name? Do you know?
Alric.
Yes, what is the halfling's names? There we go.
Alric.
All right.
Alric.
And does that stable? And so stabilize, does it put him at 1 or 0? Do you remember, Dave? It puts him at 1, doesn't it?
I believe it does. Yes.
Okay.
No, I think he's unconscious in 0.
Oh, 0. Okay, I didn't remember. Thanks.
But Ragnar says, "Hey, let's search this place because there might be some special stuff."
He does lose the dying condition, though.
Right. And
So we'll
yeah,
just drag him around.
that's fine. Yeah, I put on wounded, but not dying. So he has wounded 1.
And how do you get rid of that? Is that by resting?
There's actually there's another feat feat now. No, is it a feat? Sorry, it's a skill called let me pull it up again.
Don't be wounded.
There's a skill called treat wounds that you have to be trained in medicine. And if you have healer's tool, you can spend 10 minutes treating injured. And when you do that, I believe on a success, I think that takes off the wounded condition. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that does.
Ahead of time, I'm wounded too.
Yeah. All right. So there is also a door now that you got a combat. And you guys tell me what you want to do. But
Well-
there is a door here as well.
What do you think? This could be about what's her name was talking about, the vampire. I think this probably is. Why don't
we have to give Ben's a
rest
healing
up?
potion or something? What do we have?
Somebody needs
Son,
to help.
We got
I
Jack.
don't have healing potions.
Need to drag
I
my
have-
ass out of here.
Well, why don't we do a long rest? Why don't we just kind of
Yeah, you could.
barricade ourselves in here?
Yeah, let's do it.
If possible.
I want to sleep on top of that coffin and see what happens.
I want to see what this does. I haven't
you
done
did-
rest. So go ahead.
You said it's like 10 minutes out of
Yeah.
the sewer, right? So,
So,
we
yeah.
could take the halfling out and our unconscious friend and rest in relative safety.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yep.
So you want to say that we
So
do that?
I'll give
We
you
just
guys.
go-
I'll give you guys a rest. That's fine. That's
Okay.
Either way, we'll give you a rest.
right. Yeah,
So
what
let's see.
happens?
I'm just going to apply the rest in here and see what it does. Everybody note their wounds, and I'm going to apply the rest and see what it does. Should work. Overnight rest, short rest. Is that Pathfinder 1, Dave? Should I even try that, you think? It says short rest or overnight rest. There is no short rest.
There's just one rest every 24 hours.
Well, I'm going to try
Wow.
overnight rest, see what it does. Yeah, it took away everything, didn't it? Or no, it didn't.
No,
It didn't
it
take
didn't.
away the woundeds.
It
Yeah,
gave
Ragnar
one
got
back to Ben's.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
and
and
I'm
Ragnar-
still wounded too.
Do you know how many hit points you got back, Ragnar?
Yeah, I was at 10. I'm at 9.
You got 1 back, which is your con modifier. So that looks like maybe it did it right.
Looks like Ben's got 1 back too.
Well, he probably did because, like Dave said, I think naturally you get 1 back for long after
That's
you.
right.
Yep.
Long rest gives you 1 hit point. Holy Jesus.
Well, I mean, if he was unconscious, but otherwise it gives you your con modifier times your level. So I mean, at a minimum of 1. So it's not. It gives you all
okay.
your powers and spells back. So
Welcome to a tougher difficulty game.
Right? Jesus, mother of hell.
now I think wounded. I'd have to look, but I guess after a long rest, I'm assuming you guys can patch them up. So I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna have to look back at that, but I think you'd be able to get that off after a long rest, certainly. Okay.
So,
We-
how long is a long rest?
It's like an 8 hour. It's like 6 to 8
6
hours.
to 8 hours.
So if mage armor lasts 1 day, I still have it, right?
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Nice.
It breaks your concentration and it's gone. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how that works. That'd be interesting because it seems odd that it would last through a long rest and like a free way to
Yeah,
keep
because
it
it
spelled
says
up.
the duration is 1 day.
I saw that. No. All right. We'll roll with it. All right. So now where, fellas?
We
There's
need
a
to take
door
another
to
long
the-
rest because Ben's is got one.
That's not possible.
No, I'm figuring out what I want to do.
So, Splug can heal Ben's, though, now, because he's got spells, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And there's also, it looks like, as you guys are thinking, there's a cramped kind of corridor. Oh, I got to stop talking. Cramped corridor up here that looks like there's a little passageway there, and there's a door to the east, and this kind of a cramped passageway leading to the northeast as well.
But before we leave, we want to search the sepulcher and find out if we missed anything.
Okay. 1 second. I mean, you see the shrine and you see Andrakus, since I assume you search him as well. You pull him up because
Is there a way? Can we try to figure out what that thing was? Now that
Yes.
we've got a little more. Well, he's not attacked.
Absolutely. Yeah, now that you look at him, you know this thing as an aberration called a faceless stalker. That's what it was.
Oh, no wonder I
it's-
got hurt. That thing's
Shit.
badass.
Yeah. So he had, and I don't know if these are in a parcel, I'm going to look for it, but he had an expert longsword, and he also had a key, as well as 2 minor healing potions, a silver religious symbol of Pharasma, and also a gleaming studded leather. Let me see if there's a parcel for that.
I need it.
Oh, somebody needs to drink at least one of those potions.
I probably
Yeah,
should have
don't
had you
waste a
identify.
potion. I
That's
wouldn't waste any kind of potions. I would let. So
Yeah, I don't. I'm not going to drink one. I've got some healing now that we rested a little bit. I'll limp along.
Yeah, I
give
don't
you
see it in here.
one heal.
Damn it. It's not, I don't see a parcel in here. So,
That's fine.
but you guys can certainly, if you know, and I can, I think we have the item. Let's see.
Ugh, that sucked.
No parcels.
Yeah, I don't know. And this is weird because how the NPCs work in is they have sometimes items on them that it's like built into their character sheet. So when you do that, I'm not sure how Trenlo codes that. Anyway, so yep. But let me, if you guys need them, I think we have. Here's a minor healing. Let me put these in the party sheet.
Oh, whoa, everybody's skills are listed in the party sheet. That's kind of cool.
So there's 2. I'll throw those in there for now. And then you have, you have a key as well, like I said.
But I do have a spell, so we're good.
Thanks, man. I used a heal too.
Okay.
All right. So,
Door of the passage, then.
yeah, the door. Let's look up the passage. Maybe we don't go up it, but look up it.
Okay. Looks like it goes into a larger chamber.
I'll just let them know that it goes back further.
It looks like it
down
might
that way?
wrap around to wherever this door goes, but that's not for sure. But
Is there anything down
I'm
to
gonna
the south?
sneeze
Way?
now. Oh man, that woke me up.
No, that's just
Holy
a
shit.
wall. You just have
I
the
gotta
door to
stop
the
getting
east
up
and then
at
a wall.
7 or 8 in the morning like I've been doing, because by the time it gets to be this time, I start like going, oh my god.
What are those little things? Are they just like statues?
Yeah, they're just kind of statues that are to the side of the door, kind of flanking the door.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. That's a door. Okay. Are we gonna go back there and check this thing out? We're still looking for this thing she lost, right?
Yep, you are.
I don't see anywhere else it could be. And this thing didn't have it on him, so I'm gonna raise my shield as I walk slowly back that way,
Okay.
and hope I'm not the only one going back there.
Sorry, I'm dragging the whole map. One sec. All right, so as you go up there, you see that it's a cavern that's cramped and it reeks of stale sweat and dried blood. But tucked into the far corner is a filthy straw bed made from ratty hides and moldy clothes. And off to the side, you see a pair of chests, one of which is open and filled to the top with a strange assortment of clothes.
Jackpot.
The other appears to be shut. So this one is open, and the one on the far end is shut.
I'll let them know that doesn't seem like to be anything else back here. Maybe a sleeping quarters, but that there's some chests, and then I'll take a look at the clothes just to kind of see what. I mean, are they commoners?
Okay.
Or well-to-do?
So there's barbarian hides, there's merchant clothes, noble attire, even a uniform from the city watch. It appears almost as if these are various sets of clothing that could have been worn to disguise something into whatever it wanted to turn itself into.
Sure, I'll secure those just to, especially the city watch one, so I can turn it in.
Okay.
Make sure it doesn't end up in the wrong hands.
Cool.
And then if no one else has kind of come back, I will go open the other chest.
Yeah, your party's kind of leaving you out hanging, aren't they?
That's fine.
That's how we do it. Beer explosion, we go running in there.
Okay.
What happened? What'd you do?
What'd you do?
And there is a parcel that I can grab for the chest. So let me give you the open chest. 1 second. Oh, it's just a variety of clothing, so not a whole lot.
I'm going to get rid of it all anyway and just give it away for free. So.
Okay. So you go and open that chest. Oh, let me open these, get these guys in. And as you
get them in there so that when the trap blows up.
So first of all, it's locked. So the chest is locked.
That's probably bad news.
Does it look like it would smash open?
It seems no. I mean, there is a there's a big thick lock on top of it. It doesn't look like it's going to smash very easily.
I got shit for lockpicks here. So is it heavy? Can I pick it up?
It is. It's probably 10, 15 pounds. It's not extremely.
What does that mean, Shad?
Heavy.
Everything
I mean, it feels like
10.
it's pretty solid. It feels like there's a fair amount of stuff inside there. And
does anyone else have the ability to pick this lock?
Hulk smash.
Negative.
Barbarian.
Hey, green hair. You got anything?
I've got a great X, and I can smash it.
He was talking to Sita.
I go green and I smash the lock.
Oh, sorry.
What was that? Oh, okay, that's right.
Now, are you any kind of a lock picker, Sidell?
No.
Now, I'm not saying it would necessarily work, but did anybody hear me say that you got a key?
Oh yeah,
not saying that
yeah, there is a key.
Okay,
Use the key. I heard a divine voice speak to me.
I'm just shaking my head, going, Jesus, criminally.
Criminally.
All right. So you use the key and it sets off a trap and it all explodes. No, when you use the key on it, it pops open easily. And as you open the chest, you see inside just a huge amount of loot. You can see an expert quality crossbow, some kind of token, some arrows, a scroll, actually 2 scrolls, a wand, a vial of oil, collection of inks, some books that look like they're pretty special, a bag
Magic
of
great
gemstones.
axe.
No, not that. And also, you find a star. And it looks like, as you look closer at it, it looks like it might be a Star of Desna.
Boom. I will
Let me put
secure
that-
that before that grubby little orc takes it and runs away with it.
And I put that in the
You
party
talking
sheet.
about me? I push him back.
Who are you talking about?
You
Willis?
talking about me?
You also find, as you guys are kind of looking at that, you also find a really thick journal that's titled Notes on the Last Theorem. It's kind of scratched into its front cover.
I'll read it.
Anybody know maths?
These numbers you're not good at?
The star is
Uh,
what we were looking for, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Right.
Yep.
And Kren, what languages do you speak?
I speak the common, and I also speak the
Einstein.
draconic and also Jotun.
Okay, so you, I mean, it certainly looks like a written language, but, you know, it looks very intriguing, but you don't know, you can't really make it out. Don't understand it.
I'm going to say, I don't know how to read this, everybody.
Fair enough. I say we definitely take it. Maybe there's someone in town that can translate it for us.
No, I know like 15 languages because I'm like a master's in language.
We got an
I have
18
four.
strength and intelligence.
Can you even
Yeah.
read at all?
Yeah, like 4 intelligence, right?
Let me look at it. Let me look at it. Do I read
You
it?
know how to standing up.
The
Yeah, I
goblin
don't-
could read it.
I'll take a look at it as well.
All right, and unless anybody speaks Aklo, you're not going to be able to determine.
Oh, that was my extra language I took.
Oh, okay, well there you go.
It turns
as
out.
I fill in the blank right now.
Notes tab. Yeah, notes tab.
How do you spell that?
The note says,
Right?
you are dead. Tell no one. Signed, Kevin.
Let's take all this stuff and get this star back to that gal.
Sounds good.
Shadzar in
We
the
can-
chat
Yeah,
says
she was
that-
going to make a donation to Gazra.
Was there anything else up to the north there, Gwyd?
It looks like that leads up to, you think, the an entrance that would go to the ledge that you guys kind of looked at but didn't really
okay.
explore up to the north.
Son of a bitch.
Shadzar said that the note says, you are dead. Tell no one. Signed, Kevin.
The next note says what?
You are dead. Tell no one. Signed, Kevin.
Oh God,
Kevin.
nice.
Fuck Kevin.
Fuck Kevin.
That's right. Yeah. Fuck Kevin.
So we're out of here with this treasure.
Yeah, let's go this way though, because there's that sand shit that's bad,
I don't
and
like
Okay.
we don't want the orc to die with skeletons again.
Yeah, I'm gonna move
Okay, be
out.
careful jumping down from this ledge.
I'm not gonna jump down. I'm gonna turn around and hang off of it and drop down like a boss.
I'm gonna stand on Crin's shoulders after he gets down.
Nice.
And just crush me because I weigh like 114 pounds.
Let's get the hell out of here.
All right. Well, you guys, we can waive that. So you guys can. Whoa, where's that? Where does that arrow come from? What?
What is
That's
that
cool.
arrow? How did somebody do that?
You just
Somebody
drew it.
moved that.
I just drew it. Go ahead. Hit accept move. Watch Splug. He's going to move
Oh,
in.
gotcha. Sorry, I got it.
I
I
was
missed it.
trying to
That was
with
cool.
you guys. There it is. There it is.
I
Did you
was
see
like,
it?
yeah, but
That
I
was
was like,
awesome.
holy crap! How do you get that symbol on there? Nice.
That's me giving you the bird.
Nice.
It's very poorly drawn.
It's pixelated.
Nice. So
Let's get
so
out
you
of here.
guys definitely make it out of the sewer and make your way back. Assuming you go back to Kaleri, you can certainly go back and visit her, or you tell me what you want to do. I guess after you leave.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am going to take that star and make sure that it is in her hands.
So she is very, very grateful and relieved. So thank you so much for bringing that priceless family heirloom back. It's something that, I don't know what I would have done with myself if I didn't find it. And she also kind of, as she looks through all the things that you found, and clearly many other people were, their estates were looted. She sees the book, and she says, "Can I take a quick look at that book? Does that say notes on the last theorem?"
Yes.
And she looks at this, and it's a leather-bound
course.
book, and she says, actually, she says that she skims through it and says, "It's going to take me some time to read through this, but my recollection is that this contains information on the sinister aliens of the Dominion of the Black, and in particular, it hints about an upcoming invasion of Galarian by horrific monsters." And she says, "I'm going to need some time to study this." But she says that there is a secret society whose interests lie in the hidden nature of reality called the esoteric eye of the Palatine Eye. And she invites you all to consider joining that esoteric order, and says, "Thank you again for helping me find this, securing the city, and welcome to the completion of the first chapter, at least, of Doomsday Dawn."
Oh, so one thing.
Oh,
Ragnar says, "Can you heal us up? And we want to be second level."
Nice. She says, "Absolutely, I can heal you up. And the next chapter of this will be brand new characters at fourth level. How does that strike you?" She says.
Oh, see what she did?
Woohoo!
See
He goes
what she did?
Spanish.
Say
I
no
will
more,
take
say
that
no more.
if I get a discounted ticket to the donkey show for the festival for this year.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna be in Whistler when we do this again.
Nice. So, well,
Donkey
so I was going
show.
to tell you guys, I mean, the way this works, and one, if you guys want to, certainly go to the Paizo site if you want to provide any playtest feedback on this first part. You can certainly put complete one. In addition, I mean, from this, yeah, the next thing would be in Pale Mountain Shadow, and literally you roll up new characters. These characters you created will come back later on in Doomsday Dawn, but we can chat later. I mean, I don't know what everybody's schedules are like. I mean, I'm happy to, when we get back, if you guys want to consider running this more, if you had fun, if it was, I don't know what you guys all think in general of the rule set and how it played.
It was all right.
I had a good time.
No,
Yeah.
it was good. I liked it.
Just, Dave, have you changed your opinion? This is the goddamn worst game ever.
No, I was just
I know you're
just
just
joking.
joking.
But no, this is good. I like it because it's more difficult.
It is. I mean,
Yeah, I like
really
learning
is.
That's
the new thing, the new rules and stuff, and it's challenging because I'm so oriented to 5e, and so I really enjoy the new stuff, and I would love to continue to do it and keep it going through the playtest or whatever it is we all decide we want to do. I'm down.
Well,
Everything isn't a gimme after every
Yeah.
rest. I mean,
no doubt.
Yeah, I like
it's
that
tough.
too. I think that's
And we
a
didn't even get into
strong
resonance or
mechanic.
hero points or
Exactly.
anything. So
Not yet. And yep, that's right. No, and I enjoyed it. It's a little bit more challenging to run as a little bit more track as a DM and all that stuff. And there are a few times, but I think overall I enjoyed it. So yeah, I mean, let's I guess maybe get through the next week and I'll reach out to everybody. And if we can figure out a time to keep going through it, I'm happy to go to the next chapter. But let's just kind of, I guess, figure out what we're doing in Whistler. And Dave, what your schedule is. I know you're really super busy. Love to have you continue to play, but let's
Also,
regroup.
the Pathfinder Society too. So
I know.
there's also options.
That's what I thought we'd do. And yeah, exactly. We could do that. We don't have to necessarily just keep playing through this either. Those are all converted. So that would be fun too. So yeah, let's catch up. But I certainly had fun, and the Sirenscape sounds were a lot of fun. So thanks. I don't know if Steve is probably not still there, but Steve and Ben, thanks. That was really cool to have specific sound sets that were made particularly for this adventure. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ragnar died a couple times, and he's not happy. But go on.
Nice.
9 wounds.
And I tried to speed things just a little bit. I didn't speed things through too much. The only thing you guys missed, and I'll open it up now, but you didn't open the door down here. And the door down here led to another sanctum. And in the sanctum, it basically tells you how to cleanse this whole place, because you guys, the area that Ragnar's in right now with the vile water, there was a statue in the basin that was causing all of the kind of the nasty, foul water. And if you pulled out that statue, you would have been attacked by a couple of quasits. But ultimately, if you went down to the sanctum at the bottom, you could have found a way to kind of cleanse this entire place, and all the goblin souls would be rushing around to the heavens and thank you for kind of cleansing the entire place. But that was the only piece you missed. Yeah, and you guys didn't go through you guys didn't go through the on the far left, all these chambers on the side. There were a couple of other side things that were just more distractions than anything over in here. But otherwise, you guys kind of got through everything. So
thanks, Quid.
That was fun, guys. Yeah, thanks for
that was fun.
bearing with me for my first time through Pathfinder.
Did you? I forget now. Did you make this, or is this one that was converted by
No. This was Trenlo. So this is big, long. This is going to go through like the end of the year. They're releasing individual sections, and you can get the whole adventure for free on Paizo's website, the PDF. Yeah. But they're kind of play testing it throughout the year. So yeah, Trenlo.
Do they have black and white maps, or is this?
All the maps are
hand-drawn maps.
I've seen are really good.
Yeah. Hand-drawn.
Paizo doesn't do hand-drawn maps. They do. Look at Pathfinder Society and look at the quality of that, and then look at other public playtests, and you'll just kind of say, "Wow."
Yeah, the cool thing, Dave, and you've probably seen this before, but I find it neat that they release these what are they called? The play mats, the battle mats. So you can get like the vinyl battle mats, and they're used like there's one that is for this as well. But I think
there's two of them in there. Yeah.
Okay.
There's total 4 maps, 2 double-sided maps. So they're really nice.
It looks.
I have a bunch of I have almost 50 of the.
All the hate for those goddamn.
So they're really nice. And now they've got sort of a couple months ago, they've got new 6-inch by 6-inch tiles, and you get like a collector's box, and then they're putting out expansions too. So the base set is pretty bland. There's a dungeon starter set. There's a forest starter set that came out last month, and then next month the urban tile set comes out, and then there's going to be expansions for each type of tile set. So not only will they have flip mats continue to come out, they'll also have tile sets too.
Very cool. Nice. Well, thanks everybody. That's all she wrote. So
yep, thank you for
anybody has anything
that.
else,
was awesome.
Yeah,
that was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it. So thanks again, everybody.
I'll see everybody. I don't know, in a couple days, except Dave.
I know it's coming.
Yeah, don't forget me at the airport, man.
No, I'm not gonna forget you.
We got 10 minutes left. I mean, what do we like and dislike? If anybody wants
to
say, what do they like and dislike?
Yeah. So That's a good question. I'm still a little overwhelmed because it's hard for me because I don't know all the rules, and so I'm only thinking about like, oh, next time this happens, I got to be ready and trying to get it all down in my head. I guess I shouldn't worry too much about that. I don't think I would DM Pathfinder, but I would love to play it. What about you guys? Anything particular you like or particular you not like? I know Dave, you played a lot of Pathfinder before, right? So
I
No,
mean, I think
actually,
it's pretty.
I've only done the starter box set from first edition, but other than that, my players wanted to use all the different advanced books, and I was like, let's keep it in the core book. Let's leave ninjas and samurais and maguses and gunslingers out for now until we learn it a little bit better.
I think I mean, kind of following the tales of other, getting through the first levels is probably much more difficult. Just the to hit modifiers is just so low. Plus, I roll pretty shitty, so I really enjoy the difficulty of the combat and the forethought you have to put in the strategy that goes into that.
Yeah.
I agree.
The 3 move system or the 3 actions system seems to be. I think it works really well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
interesting if you're a spellcaster because most spells are 2 or 3 actions.
Yeah, you really have to make some choice. And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
do I
for
move?
spellcasters,
Do I move and get a, like on the other one in this last battle here, do I move and stop and take a hit with a better chance to hit him, or do I move over and then I can raise my shield and I can make the choice on that action economy? It makes it feel more strategic. I enjoy it.
the actions kind of almost work out the same way for casters because they'll usually in any other D20 system they would get to take a standard and a regular action or a minor action.
Yeah.
So it kind of works out almost the same for casters, but for melee it seems like there's a lot more flexibility. And plus, hell, at first level, who doesn't want to be able to attack 3 times a round?
Yeah,
if you're growing roots like Tom
Right,
Brady,
exactly.
you know what I mean?
-10
Yeah,
to
you can just
hit
stand there and
really
just that's it. Yeah.
Fire them off. Yeah, but one of the things I was thinking was this is a little very different from 5e because the targeting and it's a little different.
You mean just the mechanics right now within Fantasy Grounds as we build out the set, or what do you mean?
Yeah, if your character doesn't have the same like relentless endurance and barbarian.
Oh, I see.
And some of those things. Yeah.
Oh, in the long run, though, your character is going to be much, much better in Pathfinder than in. Well, I mean, the barbarian in 5e is pretty stock because the barbarian, the monk, they pretty much get abilities and they get upgrades just about every level, but everything is linear. Like every single barbarian is the same. If you're a totem barbarian, you are the same. If you're a champion fighter, you are the same. If you're a rogue, there's no fluctuation. Every single rogue in D&D is the same. Every single class is identical. Not in Pathfinder though, because you have all kinds of skill feats, you have your ancestral feats, you have general feats, and you have class feats. So you have 4 pools of feats to choose from to customize your character, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and having said that, I do like that, being more customizable and all. But even just the building the character seemed pretty streamlined, even though we had to look up all the feats, and decide which ones we wanted. I still think it was, a simplified flow.
I love Trenlo's the way he structured the
saves you a
what's it
ton
called?
of time.
Tracker. The tracker is
Oh
awesome.
God, yeah.
It's
Saves
really
a
nice.
lot of time, and I think other rule sets may be going that route in the future as well.
That's cool.
I think something that was mentioned on Fantasy Grounds Fridays, and just a shameless plug if you haven't heard of Fantasy Grounds Fridays, you can check it out on the Fantasy Grounds stream, Fantasy Grounds / Fantasy Grounds, every Friday at noon with Doug Wilson.
Right.
And there's
the other thing we didn't get into much yet, but I do like the skill system where some things you can do if you're not trained and you can make a check,
Love it.
but that there are certain things you can't even do, like unless you're trained in it. So I think as you get higher levels into this and into the playtest, you'll see that. But I think that's pretty neat. I like that.
And in other systems, not going to name any names, anybody can do. Once one person does a check, everybody chimes in. Oh, I'm going to do that check too, even though they're not proficient. And
Yeah.
somebody always is successful, no matter if they're not trained, well, not proficient or proficient. So I do like that in Pathfinder as well. How if you're not proficient, tough luck. You can't even do it.
Yeah, the only thing
Sure,
so
you
far
can do
that
a roll. Oh, you fail. 20, you fail anyway. Sorry.
Oh no, that's all right. The only things that I guess for me, it's just still a little daunting trying to DM this when you're still learning all the rules because it is so deep. So I enjoyed it.
I could say. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I could say the same thing for 5e myself. I mean, having played the first and only D&D to play is 5e in Fantasy Grounds. I mean, it took a good year of watching and understanding and watching good DMs play to really grasp what it takes to run a game. Yeah. So, I mean, I think you could say that for any system. I mean,
yeah, I guess
especially you're not only you're learning, but you're dealing with 5 players that also are trying to learn.
That's true.
Yeah, big props to you for doing that, going out and learning it and teaching us.
This is exactly, I mean, this is exactly what you would expect. Like, hey guys, I want to try this game. We're sitting around the table, right? I want to try this game this weekend. Are y'all with me? And I think that's the spirit of it. It really works well.
Yeah. No,
yeah, it's going to be challenging for Pathfinder as well, because this is an ever evolving rule set for probably at least, I'd say, the next 6 months. So every week there's going to be changes coming out. I mean, all the time there's going to be changes. They're going to redo residents. Right. They're going to redo a lot of other things as well. I like the resident system. I personally like it because that was one thing that I didn't like about the first Pathfinder was everybody just buying cheap Cure Light Wound wands and just don't need a cleric or anything like that. So So
it really puts a cap on, and again, it puts into an action economy thing. You have an economy of this, you have to manage it, and that really works well. I haven't looked at it much, but I've read some of the information in the book. Well, it seems like it will work really well.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's I guess like everything that goes through a playtest. I mean, there's a lot of the original Pathfinder folks that seem really hell bent on we're not changing. We hate this direction. But kudos to Paizo and Jason Bowman, who's I think he originally created the first Pathfinder, I believe, and I know he's the creative director on the playtest. But they seem to really be listening to people and making some pretty substantive changes every other week. The death and dying has changed pretty dramatically from what it was.
A couple times actually, it's been changed, and
I appreciate
just people that are the squeaky wheels that we're not. We're so traditional. They're the minority because most of the people that have had nothing but positive things to say about Pathfinder.
I like that death mechanic. I mean, I don't think we've fully fleshed it out, and I don't think I fully understand it. But the idea that, if you go down and you go to a wounded 2 or a death 2, you don't just get to pop back up and be perfectly fine and go through that whole death save process again. Right. You're already in a hole, and you really have to use your team and strategize and make sure that you're going to do well. So
every time you get knocked down, even though you come up, there's still detriments.
Right.
Because and you could die once you get to 4, you're dead. Yep. It's like getting knocked down by Mike Tyson 20 times. If you get up, keep getting up, you're eventually not going to get back up, and that's what Pathfinder is.
I think it'll make us
Ragnar can attest to that.
I think it'll make us do some different strategies too. Sometimes, fighting to the death of the enemy isn't the best way. Sometimes, you got to find a way to talk your way through it, or, get the fuck out like we did with the skeletons.
Yep. No, exactly. Cool. Are there any questions in chat, Rob? I know we're about out of time, but any question or
No,
two
I
for
didn't. I
anybody
didn't
in
see
chat?
any.
Okay,
There's
cool.
people making comments, but no
That's fine.
questions.
Did they overall? Did they enjoy it? Was it? I know
I
most
think
of them
so.
are
Yeah, I think
5e.
most of the people that were there were having fun.
Cool.
You know, busting on on everything.
Good. Excellent.
But that was
Thanks
fun.
again, guys.
I look forward to playing more of that.
Cool. Good. Yeah, I look
And
forward
plus,
to
the
running
more
more games.
the more times people go down, the more we're going to get familiar with.
Yep, you just got to play to
Just
get
in
familiar
general.
with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, one of the things I know we're going to run, but one of the things I forgot about, Dave, is even like when you were casting Bless, you've got to do a concentration action each round, which is pretty cool. So there's a lot of those nuances that, are fun. Just you gotta. I'll learn. I'll remember.
And I'm
more
sure
of
that
those.
will be added into the rule set over
Yeah.
time, just like it was recently for D&D 5e instead of being an extension. So yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure that will probably have some type of reminder or something like that.
Yeah.
Chat when it becomes.
Cool.
So
All
I'll
right.
take my 1,000 gold, 2,000 XP,
and build a level 4 character.
A level 4 character. That's right.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
All right, everybody. Well,
Thanks,
thanks.
Squid.
All right,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Thanks, Squid, for running.
Yeah,
thanks everybody
guys.
for playing. That was awesome. Look forward to doing that some more.
Sounds good.
Yeah, good
Have a
job,
night,
Gordon.
See
everybody.
y'all in a
Good
couple of
job.
days. See you,
All
Dave.
right. Yeah. See you in a couple
Hey,
days.
Joe.
Night,
Saturday.
guys.
Night, everybody. All right, so everybody that was in that game except Dave, who we did invite, but he could not come, will be at the Whistler event. So it'll be Gwydion, it'll be Joe, it'll be Urash, it'll be myself, it'll be Zelikar, and then added to that will be Fury Fade and Lazy Stooner. So that's all starting Saturday, and Friday I get in my car and drive to Seattle, and then Saturday drive to Whistler. And that's how you do it. Everybody else is flying. I'm just driving because I live pretty close. Well, I live like about 8-hour drive, but I'm going to do 4.5 Friday and 3.5 on... Oh, no, that's not true. It's more like about 9.5 hours. So 4.5 on Friday, and then 5 more on Saturday. But I'll have Urash in the car from SeaTac Airport up through Vancouver, where we'll pick up Joe to Whistler, which is like a 90 more minutes from Vancouver. So that's how we're going to do it, everybody. That is how we're going to do it. Oh, I should put the slides on for you guys. So let's see. Today is Friday. No, today's not Friday. That would make me in panic mode because I should be driving. So today is Wednesday, which means tomorrow's my day off. So Friday, no game on Friday because that's driving day. And then Saturday, more than likely, there won't be anything. It's possible, but I doubt it because we'll probably be getting up to Whistler on Saturday around 4 p.m., getting settled in, doing some stuff. And I don't want to have to like set up and rush to do a stream on Saturday. So more than likely, no stream on Saturday. However, Sunday, we will be doing All Things Fantasy Grounds, and it'll be the Denver and Dragons 3 or Whistler and Wizards crew. And we'll be doing a show on Sunday. We'll give away some prizes. I already know that Grim has donated some more prizes. He hasn't told me what they are yet, but there will be prizes. Plus, I usually give away my own stuff. And then Monday, starting probably earlier on Sunday, we're gonna just basically be turning the camera on. So from Sunday to Friday, and possibly even more than that, but from Sunday to Friday, it's probably just going to be like 16 hours a day of streaming, whatever the hell it is we're doing. We're just going to turn the camera on. So stay tuned for all that, everybody. Urash says, Rob Tui, 20 bump start. I don't know what that means. Rob, you should stream setting up an FG for face-to-face games. I might do that because I'm bringing an external camera. So, like we did last time, we'll have a camera like over my shoulder pointing to everybody, and then the one that's on my laptop facing me, and then I'll have two videos there. But we could maybe, that's a good idea. I'll mention that. If I remember, Shad, I will Oh, record that. Yeah, we could even record it on a phone. See if anybody's interested in watching such a thing. But I mean, I don't know that anybody would learn anything from that because it's just going to be 7 people setting up laptops. So, you know, it's not going to be that exciting. But it is an idea to think about. I am going to give the end of stream rewards, which I do. That's what I do here, if I ever remember. Some of these commands have not been working. Let me see if this works even. So yeah, the poll command doesn't work in the automatic, but it does if I run it from the manual list. Yeah, so there it is. Vote for your favorite Fantasy Grounds extensions. I don't know why this wouldn't work the other way, but whatever. Let's see. I know this works. End of stream. Bam. Yes, that works. Let's do the announcements, which is, there's all the links, guys. If you want to support the show, you can do, you know, come to our Discord. You can go to my Patreon page. We have levels for as little as $1 there. You can subscribe to the channel. If you are an Amazon Prime member, you can even subscribe to this channel for free. It doesn't cost you anything, yet I still get the credit for the sub. You can donate to the channel if you wish, if that's your thing. I appreciate it. You can go to the DMs Guild and check out the items that I have for sale over there. I believe I have 90 items there now, 90. Today's sales on the DMs Guild, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. 11 items sold today. And then you can also follow me on Twitter and subscribe to my YouTube channel. As I mention all the time, guys, YouTube are being bitches. If you do not have 1,000 subscribers or more at YouTube, you do not count as a person. And I have like 915. So I get about 1 or 2 a day, but I wish it was just more than that. I want to be at 1,000 already, because once you get to 1,000, you can do extra things with your videos and stuff like that. So it used to be they didn't have a restriction, but in February of this year, they added a restriction that you had to have 1,000 subscribers, and not only that, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watched minutes in a month. But I blow that out of the water. I have, even though I only have 915 subscribers, my watched minutes is very high, so I don't have to worry about that. And then they changed that, and then some lady went into the Google offices and shot up everybody because they did that. Remember? Hey, Dragonbait, good night. If you're not on Amazon Prime member, grab a free trial and subscribe here. Right, that's a good idea, Shad. Just grab a free trial. Amazon Prime is awesome, and I get the student rate. You know, I just make sure and take an adult education class here in my town every semester, and those are fun too. You know, I learn something, whatever. And then I get, but they give me an EDU email, so I get Amazon Prime for half off. I get Apple Music for half off. I'm signing up for student crap like you can't even believe. I'm filling out all kinds of forms. Oh, the Adobe Suite is half off, and that's expensive. That's like 50 or 60 bucks a month, and I'm paying 29 a month or something to use all that InDesign and Photoshop and Adobe Acrobat. I mean, basically, I only ever really use Photoshop and Adobe Acrobat, but I use those nearly every single day. So, and Amazon Student does give you a 6-month free trial. You're right, Jay Murphy. If you have an EDU email, you can get 6 months of Amazon Prime for free, and then after that, it's only 49 bucks a year instead of 99 bucks a year. So they just make you, they just send you an email every year to your student email, making sure that it's still there. And mine will always be valid because I sign up for a class every semester. So basically, unless I quit doing that, I'm going to always have an EDU email. So it doesn't matter how old you are. All right. I think that's going to be it, guys. So it's going to be odd to not see me streaming, but you will not see me stream again until Saturday evening, maybe, or Sunday morning. Because by Sunday morning, we'll have some game going, whether it's Gloomhaven board game or something D&D, and there's going to be some mostly 5e games that we're running on Fantasy Grounds, and one of them I happen to know is, well, let's see, I know that Stooner's going to DM Unknown Whom 2, The Mark of the Eye. I believe Gwydion is going to run The Haunt 2 for us. I will be doing my regular Friday night game, the Dragon Heist. And I know there are at least a couple, 3 other adventures, and I know one of them is a 20th level adventure, a 20th level one-shot. So that should be pretty fun. Not to mention, whatever else we come up with and whatever else we do there. So tune in for that, you guys. Just bookmark it and follow and turn on your notifications and whatever the hell. Because that's going to be an odd schedule. That, when we go to that event, it'll be probably like from when we wake up until when we go to sleep is going to be the stream. That's what we did last time. And the last time we did the Denver and Dragons and Denver and Dragons 2, those are actually on YouTube. You can go watch what we did. Sort of probably be close to the same thing. All right, let's see. Rob will end up with 20 degrees just to get cheaper Amazon. I'll have 20 college degrees just to get cheaper Amazon. That's right. Yeah, no, but these classes I take are like, little bullshit $7, one-shot classes that are 3 hours to teach you how to, maximize your Social Security, or, a class about fixed index annuities. Or I usually take the like I took a Photoshop one, and I usually take the ones that interest me as some level of thing I need to learn, or think I need to learn. What made you take a degree in cheese making? Amazon Prime. That's right. You guys are funny. All right, I am gonna go ahead and sign off now and try and get some rest. And tomorrow I've got to do all my final packing and this and that, but I don't have to worry about a show, so I don't have that pressure of having to turn on the stream at 5 o'clock and get the music going for everybody. But it'll be exciting enough during the weekend. So until we see you again, everyone, thanks so much for watching. And I can't wait to get to Whistler and start it up for the week-long tournament of fun that we're going to have there. And until we see you back here again, good gaming, everyone.